Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs back to work last night are sit at 8-2 and now 3-2 away from home after the victory in Chicago. They win 121-117. De'Aaron Fox had 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Wemby had his typical night, 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Spurs get back to work on Wednesday, welcoming Golden State into the frost. The Dallas Cowboys will look to remember Marshawn Nealon. They're going to wear a helmet decal for the remainder of the season, also wear special T-shirts before the next 2 games versus the Raiders and Eagles. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. He's my old pal, Robert. There's our old pal, Vic, on the other side. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All arrived. We all got a good night's sleep.
I had too
Fell
much
asleep
sleep.
halftime. The football game didn't miss much.
What? Oh,
Well rested after the adrenaline rush that was the Spurs game. And, this is a good Tuesday, man.
It is. Well, as far as Tuesdays go, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday's gone with the wind.
We'll sing that 9:45 as we mosey out.
Train rolls on.
Did you freeze at your house?
I don't think it froze. Pretty close. When I woke up this morning, I went in the bathroom, and That's how I know how cold it's going to be. When I go in the bathroom and my feet hit the tile.
Yes, sir.
And I go, okay, it's
Same
cold.
thing.
It's cold today.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull out my app, and it was 39 last night.
My house was 34 at the house. When I went down to the bottom of the hill, it was 32.
Okay.
So it froze up there close to Helotes.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first of the year.
Oh, boy. No, it hadn't happened yet.
So crispy morning weather, football, Cowboys coming back to work, Spurs winning.
Oh, my
goodness. Oh, my goodness. Aggies kicking ass. My
I know, your sports life is
humming
so
along,
good.
man.
Mine's
I'm
so
living,
terrible.
Despite the Cowboys, but I'm used to that.
Mine is so bad. I after the Spurs game, I flipped it over to the Golden Knights game last night.
Oh, that one hurt too, huh?
Yeah, another L. I think 4 in a row. Just disgusted by my sports fandom right now.
Sucks right now.
Oh my god!
But December's just around the corner.
Yeah,
it could get worse.
I mean, I'm in the process of adopting the Spurs. That's bringing me some joy watching them win, and they did win me money last night.
In a lot of ways.
Never in doubt that -3.5 was going to hit.
That was
especially when they were down 7 with like 2 minutes to go. I was like, oh yeah, my -3.5 ticket's very safe.
Nope.
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was safe. Of course, it was.
There's so much good that happened at the end of the game. It hid the bad that happened during the game.
Yeah.
This was not
going to be forgotten.
Well, I mean, the win, the 10-0 run to end was spectacular. That's not what young teams do. That was orchestrated on a level that I didn't think they were capable of.
And also,
but it hid 2.5 quarters of the worst defense they've played all year.
Yeah, because the start of that game, it was like, oh, this is going to be an absolute obliteration, and I was feeling great about Spurs -3.5, and then as the game went on, and then they're down double digits, I'm like, this sucks.
They were just, offensively, things were clicking. I mean, they could get a bucket whenever they wanted. They just didn't play any defense. There was no, and it was want to. It wasn't scheme. It wasn't anything else. They were on the road, and they were, I don't know. They were looking for a reason to lose, and then they found a reason to win, and they went and did it. It took a long time to get there. The offense was great. It was finally they started playing some defense and not just letting guys float by and hoping Wemby was there to save them.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those nights where, and I complain about this a lot, and then every once in a while, I feel like I'm right about this more often than not, but every once in a while, Wemby has one of those nights from 3.
It's one of those
where you go like, this is why sometimes he shoots 9 threes. And more often than not, he's going to go 1 of 9.
I think it's probably getting to less than that, but used to.
But those nights when he goes 6 of 9, it's like, oh.
But here's
the 2 that he hit late, it's like, I mean, what are you going to do? Say don't shoot that?
There's 2 things worthy of conversation. One is that, because there is a slight issue, and finding the happy balance will be the never-ending search, I think, as far as when we get to the end of Wemby's career. What was the one thing we were always trying to balance out? The threes versus the paint.
Yeah.
So there's that as far as what do we think of with Wemby going. But the takeaway from last night was when you have so much more talent around him, it doesn't matter if he goes 1 for 9. It's worth the shot because you got other dudes that are fully capable. The one thing that Wemby has to remember is every shot that you take, our best rebounder is not in there to go get it.
Right.
So we suffer in that, but De'Aaron, at least in the 2 games we've saw, a pretty good rebounder.
Yeah,
so
not bad.
He does go get offensive rebounds pretty well. So that kind of balanced things out. So it isn't so painful when he does go 1 for 9. There's that. And then the other side of this coin, and this is, I'm getting into rare air here. He is the best I've ever seen, and only one other guy has ever come close in what he can do with block. He turns a block into offense better than anybody since Bill Russell. And he has full green light. I love this about what Mitch Johnson has done. This is his steak. This is his raw meat. If you can block the ball and you can hold it and keep it in bounds, you get to do whatever you want with it offensively. That's the get-go. So whenever he blocks the ball, you can tell it's my turn to go dribble in the open court, behind my back, through the legs. He has green light. And I get it. Every shot you keep in bounds, every ball you alter that you can grab, go to the rim, and everybody gets to stand and watch you be a superstar. And you can tell his eyes light up as soon as he grabs a block. It is something the likes of which we haven't seen in 40 years in basketball, 50 years.
And De'Aaron, little loose with the ball last night. I gave Castle a lot of grief. I give Wemby a lot of grief when they're loose with the ball.
Yeah.
Fox loose with it last night. They were able to overcome it. I thought the biggest deal for the Spurs, and it's something that's been a real freaking problem for them. Making free throws last night was so huge. I don't know how many they missed, but it was.
No, they shot well.
Maybe 3, 4. Like it just felt like it was an automatic 2 points, and that's the way it's got to be. So a great game for the Spurs last night. The only guy I was mad at was Champagnie, because I felt like his shot was off, and he wanted, like, for some reason decided he was going to work it, like, just keep shooting until he got it. And it was like, dude, it's not your night.
Well,
there's enough other guys.
And Mitch finally pulled him.
Yeah.
It's time to go, dude. But
there's only a handful of guys that, like, on this team, like 2 years ago, they would have needed Champagnie to shoot himself out of a slump. But, like, now it's,
he's
dude,
the 5th guy on the court.
If you ain't got, I don't think he's the 5th.
Well, when Sohan's on, he's the 4th. But, yeah, he's a.
But it's. There's no need for you to figure out your offense, dude. We don't really even need you on the floor. If you ain't got it, just go sit down.
And that's
it's all good.
On Johnson. Shoot until I pull you. I mean, your job is if the shot's open, you always take it. You always got to be a threat, But when you don't make it, it'll be my decision to sit you down.
And it's funny that outside of this is usually not the case, but outside of Wemby last night, the Spurs were a disaster from 3. Like, they could not. I don't know how many guys made threes besides Wemby last night. It wasn't many. The shots were not falling for them from outside, but for Wemby, shockingly. But when they were in the paint, they had their way. And I think that's part of the Fox-driven offense is you're gonna see a lot more fast break stuff. Yes. You're gonna see a lot more transition stuff.
With more possessions come turnovers, and there were too many. I mean, and let's give De'Aaron a little bit of a break. This is his second game.
Yeah.
And he was a little jumpy. He's a little fast. That was a really, really good win. Because they did not play to win it until about 4 or 5 minutes into the fourth. Before that, they gave up 72 points in the second and third quarter.
Gross.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that gives coach. You love a win like this because there's a whole lot to be mad at.
Yep. And you bitches are in trouble if Luke Cornett ever gets if he's able to stay on the floor, because having that dude as like your 6th or 7th best player. He's a problem.
And Steph Castle and he work so
They
well
really
together.
do.
There's some sort of cosmic connection between those two that who'd have thought?
I'm digging what I'm seeing, man. So, and again, we still haven't seen the full rapport because when Harper gets back, he's the last piece, it seems, and I'm curious to see how often is any team in the NBA is everybody healthy, but just the idea that they could be eventually is terrifying if you're other teams.
It's an RPP trying to figure out how you're going to get all these great players that are ascending together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a thrilling ride. That it's going to have some missteps. There are going to be some nights where the wrong dude's probably taking too many shots, like Champagne, where you're deep enough to where there's somebody else out there capable. And if that's your problem, this is starting to feel like what Golden State looked like that very first year when you go, after about 10 games, you go, wait a minute, these guys are doing something we didn't expect.
Yeah. And you could also tell with Chicago last night they were missing
sure.
They were missing Josh Giddey. But Trey Jones played well in his spot.
Oh, my gosh. They played. That was a well-played battle. Again, they picked up 70 points in 2 quarters. So
I really love this one of my favorite college players over the last 5 or so years, that Ayo DeSumo.
He's quick on quick.
He was at Illinois, and, man, he is just a jackrabbit, and he, like you call him, a bucket. Like, when he's got the ball, he's going to score. Like,
and no fear.
Yeah, man. I dig that guy's game, but Bulls they're a better team, way better team than I thought they were going to be. This is like maybe the second time I've seen an extended amount of a Bulls game this year. They're pretty good, man. And considering that I watched them last night without their second best player, I guess, I don't know, between him and Buzelis, I don't know who they consider like their guy now, but
Buzelis was really good, but Giddey revs this engine.
Yeah,
he's the one that.
He's the one that drives the whole certainly the tempo, but. To see them without him and they're still competing with the Spurs like that, that's a good team, man. They're like, especially that's a good Eastern Conference team.
And the thing about the Spurs now is, and this will change over time, but right now we're kind of on the Spurs are on this. They're like the headline act. We're not hated yet, so it's funny when the Spurs are going well. It's hard for their fans not to cheer for Wemby because he's doing things that are amazing.
Yeah.
So
Give it a year.
Yeah, we're not the bad guys yet because Wemby's this new sideshow. So we get a little bit of cheer action too. No matter where the Spurs have been on the road, Wemby does stuff and the other fans are cheering too because, oh my God, did you see that?
Give it a year. Give it a year.
He's going to turn into Shaq. Trust me. The whole world's going to hate Wemby in a couple years.
People liked watching Steph Curry the first couple years of it too.
Fun until he kicks your ass.
Then he started getting rings, and it's like, this guy's chewing on his mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's ugly,
bringing his kids to press conference. I hate this mother.
So enjoy this ride right now because Chicago's never been nicer.
Yeah,
than last night. And by the way, anybody who watched the game when they had Will Perdue on in the third quarter, for the love of God, that was just awful. Will just talking over.
I missed him. What was he?
He talked about 100 different things, and it was like he was having this conversation with Sean Elliott that they had just in a hallway. It was just, this was going on as the Spurs were either collapsing and then they started turning things around. You're like, will you please talk about the game, man? Who cares about Will Perdue?
Last night I watched the Bulls broadcast. Because I've got the Magic box, and when I'm talking to my remote, it pops up. It's always the home team's broadcast is the first one that pops up, and that's just so. I told my wife to put it on that so I could rotate back and forth between that and the football game. So that's the one that she landed on, and I was just able to flip back and forth. I wasn't gonna bother changing it. So I didn't have the Spurs broadcast last night.
You didn't miss anything. It was just a matter of this great game hinging back and forth.
I was curious what they talked about now. The prop A and B have passed.
Remember that time in practice? It was one of those conversations.
Okay.
Remember that time? And you're like, behind the scenes, this is a game that matters. And it was unfortunate 15 minutes. It went on and on and on.
Those are the kind of interviews that you should have had the last couple of years.
Yes.
Now you're past that.
It really was. And if Will was just a half-ass storyteller, it might have been even better. But it wasn't even good.
Yeah.
So it ruined what was a pretty fun broadcast. And finally they get out of it. I'm like, thank God. Let's focus in on a basketball game that turned out to be one of a lot of good games last night.
Very.
Man, once that game was over, while football put everybody to sleep, then how many buzzer beaters were there last night? 3?
Detroit over Washington, Miami over Cleveland,
and Orlando.
Orlando, yeah, 3 of them.
And then you include the 10-0 run with the Spurs. It was a hell of a night, an entertaining night in the league.
All the Bucks Mavericks had a good finish too. So some really good NBA night last night. Really terrible NFL game last night. Hawks Clippers 105-102.
Another one.
I mean, it seemed like every game was down to it last night. The football game was disgusting, but it was exactly what I thought it would be. So I'll take it.
There were several of those this week that where they were gritty, kind of beat each other up football games.
I read something yesterday. So this week in the NFL, there were 2 games that had, and they were going on at the same time, that had the final score of 44-22. It was the Lions-Commanders game and the Seahawks.
The math doesn't add up.
The Seahawks and Cardinals games were both 44-22. That final score has happened 4 times now in the history of the NFL.
I was going to say, the math, it just doesn't add. 2
of them were happening at the exact same time. One of them was earlier this season in the Dallas game, like 2 weeks. I think it was it Dallas, Arizona, maybe.
So it's never happened before, but 3 times this year it has.
The other time was 1975. What are the odds of that?
I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
There's some kind of that portends bad. Is that in the Bible? Is there something in
It
Revelations?
Is. Yes.
44:22.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's in Peter. All right, let's take a break.
First Thessalonians.
Yes, we'll talk football on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did clear a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound FM 1518 to Trainer Hill. That was some road work. They just picked up all those construction cones. Still have that stall at 90 eastbound before Callahan. That's now off to the shoulder. 35 southbound Judson on down to O'Connor. We've got some road work reduced to 1 lane, causing about a 10-minute delay, and it's stop and go from Evans. Downtown, 35 upper level, ongoing road work northbound between I-10 over to McCullough. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's honors verified military members, veterans, and their spouses this Veterans Day and every day with 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. Thank you for your bravery and service. Verify today at Lowe's.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusion terms and conditions apply.
Nigel, why is there a giant turkey standing on my desk?
That's Harold.
Well, then whisper these words, Nigel. Deep fried. From all of us at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we hope your Thanksgiving is filled with food, family, and fellowship. We couldn't ask for a better community to be a part of. So thank you, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. Thanks, Zoe.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Ow! Hey, good morning, everybody. Vic, why are you in such a bad mood, man?
He's hiding out today. He's mad.
Huh?
What's wrong with you? Why are you being so bitchy?
I don't know. Just have a headache.
I get that at home.
Yeah.
I get that at home.
I know, man.
I just have my days.
Yeah, you're being a little bitch today is what you're being. Why don't you have some fun with us?
That helped.
I'm
sure that cheered him up.
You know what'll cheer you up?
Come on, man.
Give you a reason to be mad.
Yeah. Throw you in that pond. You come in here with a bad mood.
Uh-huh. That's not till later.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Well, you can tell who didn't get laid last night.
Oh, actually, I did. That's why I'm tired.
What? And you showed up at work in a bad mood? Man.
Well,
I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
I had too much sleep.
He goes to bed at like 7 o'clock, and he's like, I'm so tired. I don't...
6. I went to bed at 6.
Like, hey, Vic, what'd you think of that Eagles-Packers game last night? I don't know. I didn't know Monday night. I didn't know they played football on Monday.
Yeah, I just heard it sucked. I just heard it sucked.
I didn't, honestly. It was the worst-case scenario for Green Bay. They've been exposed.
I got to tell you, Jordan Love ain't very good.
Yeah, they've been exposed. All of the things that you worried that might be the problem with Green Bay are in fact true.
We talked about what their offense was like, how much of their offense revolved around Tucker Kraft, and like you take him out of that, and basically they turn into the Texans.
And Phil, I'm not taking anything. They kind of do, and I'm not taking anything away from the Philly defense. Philly defense is solid,
of course.
But that was embarrassing, man. That you can't do that. LaFleur, what the hell was that? How do you lay an egg like that at home?
He's slamming his clipboard. He's pissed off.
Well, okay, fix it. Your team is too up and down, and I think worst case scenario is you're at home, you have all this opportunity, and everything that you were good at was taken away from you last night.
Yeah, and I mean, quite frankly, the Packers did a lot of things well. It's just it was all on one side of the ball. And they turned it over a couple times.
Well, that's the nightmare, right?
Yeah, you cannot afford us. You can't in a game that's 10-7. I would imagine the team that wins the turnover battle wins that game 85% of the time.
I would say higher than that.
Maybe so. But it was just like if you had told me going into that game that they were going to hold Saquon Barkley to 60 yards, I would have been like, oh wow, yeah, great day.
The defense. What was the stat? They've lost 3 games with 16 or fewer points. Given up 16 or fewer points in a row?
Well,
is that some kind of record?
I mean, I
don't know if it is. I'm just saying 3 consecutive games with their defense giving up less than 16 points.
Yeah, because all 3 of their losses have been like they lost to I think the Browns was 13-10. What was it, 16-13 last week to Carolina, and now 10-7. Yeah, that's
I've never heard of anything.
That's the only losses they've got.
So given that. You don't need it's the flip side of the Cowboys. You don't need much.
No.
You still can't do it.
Still can't do it. Yeah, they are and really what I want to get into now is you know what, let's take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about the NFC as a whole and well actually with both conferences because I feel like we're starting to see the playoff picture come together already.
Well, I know who the top 5 teams are. I'll tell you that.
There's not much room for anybody else. Like when you say, okay, that's a playoff team, that's a playoff team, that's a playoff team. There's not many spots that anybody's playing for anymore, which is really weird halfway through the season.
Well, this is when injuries start taking their – injuries will now play a role. We know how good teams are if they're fully healthy. We know who the good ones are. Now it'll be the key injury that makes the difference.
Well, let's talk about that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did clear a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound FM 1518 to Trainer Hill. That was some road work. They just picked up all those construction cones. Still have that stall at 90 eastbound before Callahan. That's now off to the shoulder. 35 southbound Judson on down to O'Connor. We've got some road work reduced to 1 lane, causing about a 10-minute delay, and it's stop and go from Evans. Downtown, 35 upper level, ongoing road work northbound between I-10 over to McCullough. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
It's time for Black Friday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy huge savings on gift-worthy accessories and select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus, featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right for you. Discovered by most major insurance, affordable self-pay options are available. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks has everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer, because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just 1 visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue, the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, is now taking orders for Thanksgiving smoked turkeys and holiday parties. Hurry! Our whole smoked turkeys sell out every year. Order a freshly smoked, perfectly seasoned turkey and add heat at home with delicious sides for your best Thanksgiving dinner ever. Smoky Mo's is your holiday catering specialist. Check out our holiday catering menu at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com or call a Smoky Mo's near you. Don't wait. Head to SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, college impact, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing,
T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it might have been the game of the day. The Houston Texans coming back to beat Jacksonville. What's ND Kalu have to say about that?
That it was an incredible collapse by Jacksonville is what I expect him to say. We'll get his reaction. Plus, Spurs Bulls last night. We'll react to that.
And the Monday Night Football game. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Rob and AJ, the two princes. Princes who adore you. Just go on ahead now.
Who's seen them in the last year live? I have.
You have.
I have.
This one says he wants to buy you rockets. Ain't in his head now. Hey, yeah. Do-do-do-do. That'll put you in a better mood, right, Vic?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, not really.
Come on. Come on, man. I saw somebody on here was saying, I got to see who it was. I want to give credit where it's due because I think this is a crazy thing to say. Hugo. Parsons, no sack. If you consider 6 pressures good enough, it's like foul balls. Ride the twig and berries if you like, but no credit till otherwise, pal.
That's like an altered jump shot. It didn't go in. It worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pressures are sacks, man. Same thing.
Imagine bitching about anything that happened on the defensive side of the ball for either team last night. Like, no, those defenses played out. They played out of their minds.
Yeah.
6 pressures.
Micah's good, man. Don't try to change it.
It's a weird thing.
I don't understand why you try to defend the fact that they traded Micah Parsons. They traded a great football player. There's nothing wrong with him being great, but they traded a great football player.
And it was a bit of a misstep.
Well, I mean, history or the future will tell us how big a misstep it was. But yes, you gave up a great football player who continues to be great, who has foibles, and we'll see if he's still there in the second half. All those things that were Micah problems before still have time to manifest. But right now, how much better would the Cowboys be if they had him? I mean, my gosh, there'd be 3 other wins.
PFF has Micah Parsons as the second best player in the game yesterday.
I don't get why you feel the need to denigrate the dude.
Nakobe Dean, who was also incredible last night. A lot of pressure. No.
A lot of pressures.
90.1 for Nakobe Dean, 89.8 for Micah. Yeah, if you don't think QB pressures matter, I don't know what you could say it's a foul ball, but no. I mean,
they never threw Deion's way. He never had to defend. So he's not.
How good is he?
How good could he be?
I don't understand. And I don't understand if you're a Cowboy fan, even pretending like it's I would be pissed. Like, why are you pretending like it's not a bad thing that the Cowboys don't have that dude?
I don't. Why? I don't know why you want to denigrate that, because it is so obvious to everybody. Yes, they traded a great football player. Now they got some recompense, but nothing to even come close to what they gave. You don't do that. You can't.
Yeah. Now, Rin says, I don't think the Cowboys – well, I think that's Rin. He's got a different profile picture, so maybe a fake Rin. I don't know. I don't think the Cowboys would be much better with him, but that's my opinion, just like y'all have one. No, that's true. I mean, Micah's he's not going to fix this defense.
But I look at games that you lose in overtime or at the end of games, and you think, what would a 6 pressures would have done with that?
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of translate that into at least 1 or 2 wins.
All I know is the Cowboys would be better if they had Micah Parsons. I can't say it'd be a great defense because it wouldn't be.
And you think
but
how
I
they
can
lost.
promise you they'd be better than they are.
A little better adds 2 wins.
No, you're right.
Better adds 2 wins, and suddenly you're contending for an NFC possibility. So, NFC East anyway.
All right, I wanted to take a look at the playoff picture here, and there's a few teams I think we can write down and go, okay, that team is a playoff team. So in the NFC,
There's 1 and 1A.
The Eagles are
the 3rd best team in the NFC.
But the Eagles they're so much better than the rest of their division that they're a lock to make the playoffs.
Yes, no question.
The winner of the NFC West, whether it be Seattle or the Rams, is going to be in, and the other one is also going to be in.
Both will be in.
It's kind of the same as the Eagles. The Tampa Bay Bucks are so much better than the rest of their division that they are going to. Although
the Bears are getting better, man. You better look out.
No, NFC South.
South, yes.
But the Panthers are only like a game behind them.
Maybe that was so bad for Tampa this weekend. I don't know, but maybe Carolina could make this interesting.
The NFC North is a little interesting because the Lions are 6-3, the Bears are 6-3, and the Vikings are. Oh, the Packers are 5-3-1, and the Vikings are 4-5. So they're like the NFC North still has some intrigue, and then of course the 49ers sitting at 6-4. It's all a matter of how far they fall. But we're already looking at like about half the teams in the NFC are out of playoff contention.
Yeah.
And when you consider, when I say about half, let's say 7 of them are out. Giants, Saints, Commanders, Falcons, Cardinals, Cowboys. I think we can stop making arguments for any of those. So 6.
This is where you should be at
and maybe Carolina 7.
And they're an iffy team, but this is exactly how you want it. We're halfway home, and half the teams are essentially done.
Is it though? Because we're halfway there. You got to remember, of the 16 teams in the NFC, 7 make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So 7 are already eliminated. That means we're fighting over 2 spots.
Well, we're rearranging.
Basically.
We're rearranging deck chairs. Yeah, but that's how we are most years.
I feel like it's already being decided way earlier than it normally is.
You know, I think some of the. I think one of the problems is this year you're either really bad or you're kind of good. There's no middle class.
The AFC is not much different.
No, the AFC has a lot of middle class.
But there's also a lot of teams you can throw the Titans in the trash.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Raiders, Jets, Bengals.
And then you start having to question
now,
right about here.
So there's some people who still think the Texans or Jags could make the playoffs.
Middle class. They're middle class.
Okay. Pittsburgh, you have to decide, do you think that this is are they going to win the division? If they don't win the division, are they going to be a wild? Like the AFC North, it's going to be the Ravens or the Steelers. I think whoever wins the division makes the playoffs and the other one doesn't.
Oh, no doubt. There's only one playoff team out of that. And it'll be Baltimore, it looks like. I mean, everybody else seems to be just kind of collapsing.
And then, this is maybe a surprise to some people. If the playoffs started today, the Kansas City Chiefs wouldn't be in the playoffs.
No.
They are 5-4. It's funny that
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, man.
It's funny that the teams that coming into the season we all assumed Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore would be that's the class of the AFC.
It still might be 2 of the 3.
I mean, none of them are very good.
Well, I'm not going to judge I'm not going to judge Baltimore until I get 3 or 4 more games from Lamar. But we obviously see a difference. I mean, you are what your record says you are, but you also are what you are with Lamar. And Buffalo, trap game behind another stuff. The one thing that we do know for sure about Buffalo is if Josh Allen doesn't play like an MVP, Buffalo doesn't have a chance. And that doesn't mean that won't happen. So I still think that they're a viable team, but they're not. They're obviously flawed in some areas, but they've got one dude that's so good, just like Baltimore. I still give them the puncher's chance because, damn, they're so good. I think that the sun is setting on the Chiefs, and I'm not mad at them. They just appear old.
Yeah.
They're slow, and doesn't mean they don't have enough savvy to get there, but I don't think they're an upper echelon team. But
it's also one of those, like, when do you say, oh, Patrick Mahomes isn't going to?
Well, I don't. I'm not saying that. But the whole team is just not – they're still fully capable on any given Sunday of beating anybody. But the sustained effort it's going to take for the next 9 to 8 games, it's you can tell that there's just – everything's going to have to go right. And last year, everything did go right. And it was a bunch of ugly wins.
They're at Broncos this weekend.
Are they? They're not going to be favored there, are they?
Oh, yeah, they are.
They're favored?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I already
you like them in Denver?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
only because
like
I think the Broncos are
I don't
frauds.
like Denver, but this is a roadie. It is a conference game. It's going to be one of those Bronco kind of centric games where you expect a little bit of snow and a rowdy crowd.
Home Colts after that.
That's a tough one.
Thanksgiving against Dallas.
That's not easy. I mean, that's not hard. That'll make them feel good.
Home Texans, home Chargers, and then they sandwich 2 road games over their home Broncos game at Tennessee and at the Raiders.
Okay, so and a lot of this is I think there's a lot of wins there. There's some wins to be had. Who's the team that could play well enough to keep? Is New England going to play well enough?
New England has the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL.
Because I do think they're the spoiler here. Because one, I think they're going to do it on their own, and two, I think they're going to beat some teams and hurt their chances because they're that good.
New England is sitting at 8-2. This is their remaining schedule. You tell me like which games they could potentially lose. Home Jets, at Bengals, home Giants.
Well, there's no playoff contender there. So that's 3 wins.
Home Bills, at Ravens. Those 2 games, okay.
Yeah.
Let's say they lose those 2 games. Now they're sitting at what, 11-5.
But that Raven game could be pivotal. That could be a game that could where the Baltimore record comes back.
Oh, it matters for Baltimore, but it doesn't matter for the Patriots.
No.
Because then the Patriots close out the season at Jets and home Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying. They get both sides of the coin. They can play spoiler, and at the same time, they're going to win enough games to get in on their own.
They're going to be a 12-win team.
They're a nightmare scenario.
So, and they're going to, I think they're going to win the division. I think the Bills have screwed off the division now.
Possible.
And a lot of it, I mean, Tampa, who's been a very lucky team, was probably unlucky to lose that game to the Patriots last week. That's just the way things go over the course of a season.
Yeah.
That's a game the Patriots probably should have lost, and they didn't. And
well, one of the things that concerns me as a Baker fan was how well he's been playing to keep his team afloat.
Yeah.
And to expect him, I mean, he was MVP caliber for half the season, for a lot of games.
Yeah,
and we
gone.
saw what average Baker does, and Tampa, it's hard for them to overcome that. So I don't know if he's going to have a lot in the second half of the season.
All right, we'll continue this conversation on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars $50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National Contest across multiple markets. The $50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I do. Oh. The Bills' trade deadline will eventually cost them. Yeah, probably. Sports sucks, man.
Man, we are
so mad
halfway
at
through the
sports.
season. It's kind of like the looking at the playoff predictor for college football. There's so much in flux still. There's so many things that can still change. Doesn't mean it will, but there's so many possibilities. We've passed as any predictor. Yes, there's going to be a massive shuffle. In the NFL, we're only halfway done, baby. And now we have eliminated some chaff. I mean, there is some stuff that kind of cleared the way. The trash has been taken out. We know who's who.
Yeah.
But I think it's fairly typical. I think the one difference this year is there a team out there that you're terrified of? That, my gosh, they're kicking ass and taking names.
The Rams. I think the Rams are the best team, man. I really do.
I will give you that they're getting there, but I don't think right now you still go, well, they're playing pretty damn good, but who they played and have they had a big one? And they probably have.
Well, they're the game of the year arguably now is Rams Seahawks on Monday night this coming week.
Shoot, there we go, man. So here we come.
But the Rams, they beat the Colts. They beat the Ravens in Baltimore. They just pulled Kyle Shanahan's pants down in San Francisco. That's a good team, man. They're legit. Their 2 losses or 1-score losses at the Eagles and then the 49ers.
You've been front and center on MVP for Stafford, and he has a game on Monday night. It will certainly be his to lose for the second half of the season.
I think the winner of that game kind of should really move to the front of the MVP conversation. I don't understand why we're still talking about Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes as an MVP.
Well,
they're
you're
not,
right.
If they were MVPs this year, their teams would be better.
No, you're right, and I think now's the time. You've had half the season. We know who every team is now. We know what expectations are. We know what you're working with. Everybody that arrived as new guys to help have been inculcated into the offense. There's nothing new to be learned from them. Everybody seems to be where they should be, and maybe you're right. I'm still not ready to give up on Allen yet. Because I do know what he's fully capable of, and I know he's got a lot around him. It just needs to kind of click together. I've made some excuses for him. Now it's time to put up or shut up. I think as far as Mahomes goes,
I just like comparing this year's Josh Allen to last year's. It's night and day. I mean, it's not like Josh Allen sucks now. He's just last year he was Superman.
Yeah, he was. But this year he can fine tune, and he doesn't have to be Superman. You realize you don't have to be MVP every week.
That's why I'm saying I think he's probably looking at this as bigger than the MVP race.
And I'm kind of like with that frame of mind. So I'm not ready to remove him, but I do agree that the things that we thought for the most part have not turned out to be as long lasting.
To me, the guys in the MVP race right now should be Matt Stafford, Drake May, and Sam Darnold.
And I have to throw Taylor in. I know this is a quarterback award. But when you got a back that's getting 300 yards a game, you got to throw him in there as one of them. But, yeah, I do think that those are the 3 that are worthy. And Stafford has shown that he can win a lot of different ways. And then you have the backstory of the summer of back pain and all that came into it. it has been. It's a good story. It really is. But like I said, the difference from now on, from here to the end of the season, will be injuries. All the teams that are good, we know you're good. We know what you're good at, and all of that. So we expect all the teams to continue to improve, minus the injuries.
Yeah. Since in the last 20 years, there have been 2 MVPs that were not quarterbacks. That's why I say
you're right.
The most recent one was 2012. They've just decided basically, and this is the truth of it. If your best player, if your most valuable player on your team is a running back, you're probably not going to have a bunch of playoff success because you're going up against other teams whose best players are quarterbacks.
And it's 1975.
Yeah. In today's NFL, if your most valuable player isn't your quarterback, you're not that good.
Right. And I agree with that. But the fact that it is unfortunate that there's the best player versus the most valuable player.
Yeah.
And there's going to be that age-old debate. So, the argument is Jonathan Taylor the best player in the NFL? Is probably a better argument than is he the most valuable player, because no, he's not. But he might be the best guy walking the field.
He's almost assuredly the offensive player of the year.
Yeah, I think we can. And that's why we have that award for the running backs or the wide receivers that have the extraordinary stuff. So I do get it, and I would like to see Stafford get it. It's one more scratch for the old man out there. One more,
he's never won one.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's the other thing that I think people are shocked about, because I heard that mentioned yesterday. I thought he didn't get it that Super Bowl year, but no, he did not.
No. This is and Matt Stafford at the end of his career is like the numbers that he's going to have are going to put him amongst the all-time
It's going to be one of those when they list the accomplishments, you go, really?
So
wow, all those yards.
Who do you think is going to play longer, Matt Stafford or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, I think, in sum total, I don't think Stafford's going to play as long as Rodgers.
No, I'm saying, who do you think do you think Matt Stafford will still be playing when Aaron Rodgers stops playing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, Aaron Rodgers is 5th all-time on the passing yards list, 64,800. Matt Stafford is 9th all-time, but he's at 62,230, he's less than a season behind Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt Stafford is probably going to finish – if Matt Stafford plays 2 more years after this, he's going to be in the Peyton Manning, Brett Favre tier where it's only Drew Brees and Tom Brady ahead of him. And what do all those guys have in common? Brady, Brees, Manning, Favre, Rodgers, MVPs.
Well,
he doesn't have one. And
I promise you that I don't know who his agent is, but his agent and his brain trust have sat down and mapped the end of his career, and it includes those yards and those years.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. This is Matt Stafford he warrants a crown on his career. And this year, if the Rams are the best team, which I think the Rams are the best team, dude, why not?
Well, let's start the campaign Monday night. I mean, there's no better time to do it.
All right, let's take a break. We got plenty more to get into. Plenty more football, plenty more Spurs. Rob and I going to the game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, we're big-time media stars. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas, what a wild finish!
Your home for the
This
NFL.
report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The NBA is here, guys. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, it's all back. And it's all back with Underdog, the best place to get in on the action. Make your picks now. It's so simple at Underdog. You pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, steals, plenty more. The thing to do so far, Victor Wembanyama, my goodness, been maybe the MVP so far this season. I've been going higher on points plus rebounds. It's been money in the bank, guys. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use promo code ALAMO to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, A-L-A-M-O. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a new trouble spot downtown, 37 southbound over I-10. This wreck is 2 middle lanes blocked. Just occurred, so a little bit of stop and go from Carolina Street. On 90 eastbound, that connector to southbound Loop 410 Frontage Road. Got an accident that's off to the shoulder. And 281 Frontage Road northbound at Santerra Boulevard. Accident where a vehicle crashed into a front window of a building. Did clear the stall at I-10 westbound approaching Foster Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs back to work last night are sit at 8-2 and now 3-2 away from home after the victory in Chicago. They win 121-117. De'Aaron Fox had 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Wemby had his typical night, 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Spurs get back to work on Wednesday, welcoming Golden State into the Frost. The Dallas Cowboys will look to remember Marshawn Nealon. They're going to wear a helmet decal for the remainder of the season, also wear special T-shirts before the next 2 games versus the Raiders and Eagles. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.704, we're a little late coming back. Wonder why.
Well,
yeah. I couldn't go to break on time because Vic was gone.
Sorry.
I hope you're in a better mood now.
Oh, I'm in a much better mood.
Yeah, good.
That's what it was. Just something wasn't off.
Yeah.
It wasn't right.
Well, now we can start treating the day for what it is. It's Veterans Day. Let's celebrate.
Happy
those.
Veterans Day, boys.
Right. Everybody who went through basic training were screamed at by people we didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want to say that the three of us sitting in this room are heroes, but we kind of are. We kind of are.
And we survived that.
We donned our protective uniforms and served our country.
Now the Blitz, like they've got a veteran.
They got a vet,
but not all three of them certainly.
We got 2 Navy in the building, an Army and an Air Force.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our show, there was a big push, and I said maybe we shouldn't do this. I told Dax when I got here, Dax said I want the show to be called The Heroes, and I said, Dax, I don't know. That's just a lot of pressure on us.
Like Hogan's Heroes.
And I said,
I was going to say.
He at first
not
he said
all heroes wear capes, and not all of us are heroes.
At first he said Hoffman's Heroes, and I said, oh, that's too much. But then he said, what about just the Heroes? And I said, no, Dax. I mostly because I feel like it would make Joe and Pledger and those guys who aren't heroes, it would make them sad. So we stuck with the Morning Huddle, but.
Yeah.
But just know that the working title of our show was The Heroes. But here we are. Again, I'm not saying we are heroes. I'm just saying
that's just what we thought of it.
We like some people said we did heroic things is all I'm saying.
We survived basic without the internet.
That's right.
We literally had made phone calls back home.
I'm glad there wasn't internet in basic.
Oh.
I know, right? I would have gotten in trouble.
Well, it wasn't so much that. I was missing enough. I didn't need one more thing to miss.
Yeah.
My friends were, so my 18th birthday came when I was in basic training, and my friends thought it would be funny to send me a care package that was filled with pornography and drugs. And,
nice, yeah.
Weed.
A military base, nice.
Yes. How do you think that went over? And that's the thing. If you got a package, you opened it in front of your entire
and you had to share
entire
it.
platoon.
So it made it through without.
Well, no, I just had to open it in front of everyone. So it's just it's a box.
But the box made it through
this
the
was
postal
pre-9/11.
services, and it wasn't sniffed by any dogs.
No,
they mailed some weed onto the base.
Yeah, mailed weed, like stacks of porn, candy, all the stuff that I wasn't allowed to have.
The care package I got were flour tortillas, Big Red, and chicharrones.
There you go.
I went to basic about 200 yards from my house.
Were you allowed to have?
Oh, no. I was in Cali, man.
When we finished basic, I got to go home for a couple of days before I was shipped off to tech school. But the worst thing that happened to me was my father was a full bird colonel in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And he came to watch me do the confidence course the first time because for whatever reason he knew I was going to do it. So he's standing over there, and my TI said, "Hey, Thompson, is your father the colonel standing over there?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." So I went through basic training for the next 5 weeks with the TI knowing my father was a full bird.
Was that a bad thing for you?
That was a terrible thing to. I mean, I was you become the privileged dude, like So yeah, my airman nickname was Full Bird.
Okay.
Mine was
Airman Full Bird.
Mine was Doo-Doo.
So I was Airman Full Bird for the rest of the
Can't say mine on the radio.
Yeah, so.
But I did not make friends in basic training. I'll just say that.
Well.
I'll just say that.
You fought a lot, didn't you?
I did fight a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But the only reason I fought a lot is because I figured out that the one thing that I was not scared of in basic training was getting in trouble. Because when you get in trouble in basic training, basically all it means is you've got to work out. Which, when I got a box of pornography sent to me on my 18th birthday, I just had to do a bunch of push-ups. And
you're going to do them anyway.
I was going to do them anyway. And the other thing is, when I knew I was going to infantry basic training, I said, okay, I'm going to prepare my body for this. It seems every other person that was in my unit thought they were going to like fat camp, and like so people were showing up. They couldn't. There were some people who showed up.
That was me.
And they couldn't run a mile.
Nope.
There were people who were like, it's like how many? So I made sure
I did like 4-5 push-ups and that was it. I couldn't do any more.
Dude, I maxed out my initial PT test in basic training, and just because I knew this is what I was going to have to. And now, mind you, I was 17, and some of the dudes I was going with were like in their 30s.
I was on my 21st birthday when I went.
Air Force Basics is entirely different from all of that. If we got in trouble, we just lost our breakfast and bread privileges.
Oh my!
We didn't get after dinner.
Come on.
We didn't get our dessert.
But what I did figure out was that a lot of people would talk a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But most of them were also just scared to get in trouble. And I figured, well, if you talk smack, the best thing you can do is just hit someone, because they're probably not going to hit you back because they're scared to get in trouble. And I wasn't.
Yeah.
So when I say I fought a lot, is I punched people and just didn't get hit back. I think I got in one real fight in the entire time I was in basic training. And the rest of the time it was, you're lucky I can't hit you. And then, okay, well, I can hit you. What am I going to do, push-ups? All right. That's why I didn't make any friends. And also, like, if you ate cookies or drank soda, the whole unit had to work out until the first person threw up, because they assumed that the person who threw up would be the cookie eater and the soda drinker. And I realized quickly, I can eat cookies and drink soda, and somebody else is for sure going to throw up their dinner before I will.
Right. No, I downed a 6-pack. No, I downed 3 Big Reds one time as soon as I got them, and I gave the other 3 to someone else, and we had to eat everything.
We couldn't have that. We weren't allowed to have food or anything like that sent to us. We were only allowed to eat what they served us.
No, you couldn't have food in the
the Navy didn't care. As long as
we
you
weren't
got
allowed to
rid
have
of
any food in
as long as you got rid of. No, we were eating. This was outside. We weren't in the barracks.
There was never any food outside of mess hall. You didn't have any food anywhere else unless you were in a place that had food,
or unless you had MREs.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was food in the where the bunks were. No way, man.
Yeah, it was just the time you got care packages in the mail. That was the only time, and we were outside.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What a life.
And of course we had 5 minutes to get rid of it. Right?
You know what?
So I'm chugging the Big Red like it's beer.
I don't recall us getting any care packages.
I'm
sure
revoking
we got
your
letters.
hero status, Vic. You're not a hero. You drank Big Red at basic training. Your hero status is
So
revoked.
what year did you go through basic?
92.
92, and you?
98.
I went through in 83. There weren't any care packages. You didn't open any boxes.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. I went through in 85. In 85, mail.
Jeez.
We didn't get any mail.
You didn't get mail at basic training?
No. If we did, it was weeks into it. And
no.
there were no boxes. We didn't get any boxes.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I hear what they're going through basic. And in 85, your TI could literally kick your ass, could beat you up.
That's crazy.
Oh, no, they couldn't lay hands on us. They just yelled really close to your face.
I had a TI.
They hit you with their hat.
Yeah.
No, I had a TI. I watched a TI stand in front of a dude and slap him so hard he had to go to the.
Oh yeah, they got rid of that. Thank God they got rid of that.
I had a TI that was kind of short, and they had those brown round hats. And he liked to hit you in the neck with it to where it would start to rub. You had these red. You could tell he was in trouble that day because everybody had a red line.
My company commander was 6'5", so he looked down on everyone, even the tallest guy.
Dude, things changed. You talk about getting in trouble. T.I. would kick your ass if you walked up and ate stuff you weren't to. You weren't worried about you weren't worried about the dudes you were serving with. It was the dudes in the round hat.
Anthony says, "Where'd y'all get sodas and cookies?" LOL.
Yeah.
Well,
they got mailed to us.
The soda and cookies were for the drill instructors. Like they got to eat different food than we got to eat.
Oh yeah, of course.
If I'd have gone up and eaten that, the T.I. would have kicked my ass and then worked me out.
See, I think they understood that we were going to hash things out amongst ourselves.
Ooh.
But like all we were allowed to drink, you were allowed to either drink water, red Powerade, or yellow Powerade.
See, we did have sodas. I do remember sodas in basic. I don't think we were deprived of that, but you just didn't have any food outside of the mess hall. I mean, we could eat whatever we wanted.
Yeah, we didn't have soda. We weren't supposed to have soda.
I think that the joke was back then they put saltpeter in all your food, so you.
That's what I was told too.
I think
I didn't work.
Hey,
that didn't work on me.
I haven't. It's been a couple of days. It's kind of weird. It's in the food.
And the entire the basic training, the entirety of the time that I ate at basic I was
Did
at
you
basic
gain
training,
weight?
Oh yeah, I was like one of the only people who did gain weight in basic training. But
I lost like 35, 40 pounds.
Oh no, I didn't. I probably was the same.
Easily.
You eat everything with a spoon. Like we had no access to forks or knives. So you like.
What are you in prison?
That's what it was
Jeez.
like, dude. You go through the line, you grab your spoon. You're not going to eat anything here or require more than a spoon.
Was it hanging around your neck the whole time?
See, seriously, that is such the primary difference between Air Force and Army right there.
Oh, you had a whole deal. You had waiters. Not us.
I mean, we joke about how it was, but the fact of the matter is we did get a knife and a fork.
Yeah. They're like coming up to Rob with a napkin on their arm.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Emin Thompson.
Well, honestly, I do remember the food being pretty good.
Your sticky toffee pudding.
Here it is.
Compliments of the chef.
Oh, don't get up. Take your time. Enjoy this. And you want some for the road? Would you like a to-go box?
You couldn't get mail, though.
No, honestly, I don't recall anybody getting a box.
You guys got conjugal visits. That was the
we
upside
didn't
of
get that.
That was the benefit of.
I remember some guys taking off like a third day of boot camp, like they disappeared, like they left.
So, we had to go live in the woods for like 3 days.
So after I finished infantry and AIT, which is like a combined thing, I had one night between when I finished boot camp and when I started airborne school, and I got to go out in Fort Benning, Georgia, and got to go out to the Petticoat Junction, one of the fine naked lady establishments in Columbus, Georgia. And I ate at a Chili's, I think, and it was like,
best food I ever had.
And I was deja vu in
Mind you, knife and a fork.
Mind you, I hate Chili's, but your options in Columbus, Georgia, are also pretty limited. But that Chili's was so good that night, just because it was like, I
remember eating at McDonald's
flavoring
on base
in this
after
food.
basic, and that
They
was
added
like the best.
flavoring.
Well, one of the benefits of going to basically in your backyard was if we had an off Saturday and you could go to, on base, you could go to the movies or whatever. My girlfriend could come on base.
During basic?
Yeah. When we, like on Saturday,
didn't
when
have
you would
any
have,
of that.
well, but no one knew this, but, on Saturdays when you'd have like 6 hours, they called it base lib, I guess is what it was, where you're allowed to go on the base. You could go to the BX or the commissary. If your flight had a good week, you get like 6 hours on a Sunday afternoon to go to the movie if you wanted to. And my girlfriend would come meet me.
What a life.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that nonsense.
I think it's one of the benefits of going
movies.
Literally
stuck.
Well, I mean, the basic training was like in my backyard. I grew up looking at Lackland Air Force Base. So
that's crazy.
Everybody I knew was close.
Well, but I'm just talking about like getting the time off is
We
great.
got a couple of times. Yeah, I remember her coming out because you get 6 hours of like you can do what you want kind of stuff.
We had a big prize like after a few months. They took us to a minor league baseball game, and we all, of course, had to be like.
When you go to the Spurs game, you'll see the new grads get cheap tickets. Then they bus them up from Lackland, so they'll be walking in their blues, and you'll see them down on the river. And
after the A school, we went to a San Diego Chargers game.
Typical.
Yeah, we were on the field and everything. I thought that was cool, but that was it.
Yeah, we didn't have movie time. There was no movies for us.
Well, you could go to the movies, go to the BX, commissary, game room.
All we had was the Petticoat Junction.
Man. We had deja vu.
We had for Lackland for those that grew up on that side of town. We had the Rainbow Room.
Okay, well when I got to Fort Campbell in Kentucky,
and Barton's Boozery.
So Fort Campbell is on the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and the laws are different in Kentucky and Tennessee. In Kentucky, strip clubs are 18 up, all nude.
All nude, no alcohol.
Bring your own beer.
That's how Cali was.
We have some here.
In Tennessee, they're 21 and up, and it's panties.
Had the good bits.
Pasties.
Well, by the time I got to Fort Campbell, I was only 18, so I basically lived at the old Cat West. And it was right off base. I think eventually it got closed down for some sort of a sting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like right outside the back gate of Fort Campbell.
So you could walk home.
Oh, man. Those were the days. Cat West.
Good old stuff.
Yep. I made love to a stripper there once. The hottest stripper in the place. The hottest one there.
Only 3 gunshots.
I got with a Westpac widow.
No gunshot wounds.
No gunshot wounds.
But she did this. Now, mind you,
2 kids.
This legitimately was, I think, the hottest girl that worked there.
Yeah.
She had fake boobs, and one was much bigger than the other, and she had a visible C-section scar. So, yeah, that's what I was working. That's what you worked with.
And she was a virgin.
Oak Grove, Kentucky.
She had never had a man in her presence before.
Best in Kentucky.
That's the best Kentucky had to offer. She had most of her teeth. Oh, God.
I had the Westpac widows, the ones where all the women were left behind while their husbands were at sea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's how I met Maria.
Oh, you're a Sancho?
Yeah.
Come on.
I was the other man.
You're Jody.
Yeah. And then once they came back, I was like, oh, I'm going to Texas. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, man. All right, we got to figure out what kind of free meal we can get today.
I hear there's a lot of them out there.
Our hero meal.
No stolen valor,
Man, I wish
please.
it was Luby's.
What?
I guarantee you there probably, I bet there is.
Luby's in
I
forever.
bet if we Googled veteran special, Luby's would be on that.
I'm going to find out what the place
I would
to
be
go is.
shocked if they're not.
Yeah. Casey says, thank you, AJ, for putting her kid through college. A true hero salute. There you go, man. See?
What now?
Putting her kid through college.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I like to think I helped get her other
Helped her get her start.
Her one implant fixed.
I know.
It was
And the C-section.
Did she have a little tip jar just to, and a little something for the side job, you know?
All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
JTV, Jewelry Television. With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal. Even bigger with new lines of designer handbags, fragrances, and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali, spending money and thousands worth of JTV jewelry, making you kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
Nigel, why is there a giant turkey standing on my desk?
That's Harold.
Well, then whisper these words, Nigel. Deep fried. From all of us at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we hope your Thanksgiving is filled with food, family, and fellowship. We couldn't ask for a better community to be a part of. So thank you, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
Brian Schottenheimer, good morning, Coach.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got to say, it was a weird transition for me to come on to the show and hear a bunch of moaning, and then I heard moaning and manning and all these things. It was really kind of weird. Edwin didn't prepare me for that.
Moaning? Coach, tell him. Can you tell the audience you've got no interest in drafting Arch Manning in the upcoming draft?
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
You getting high tonight, Vic?
We getting it on tonight.
Maybe.
Yeah. Eagles fan says he bet on the Packers. Why? We told you not to.
Blasphemy.
Man, that was an easy one.
It cost me a steak dinner.
Yeah. Yep. I know you were hopeful, but I think you also kind of expected.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list of Veterans Day deals here. No Lubies. What about Golden Corral, Vic? You like Golden Corral?
The Golden Trough.
All you can eat, Bubba. Free buffet and beverage.
What about 2-for-1 lap dances? Anything like, things that really matter. We got
the Jerk Shack is offering.
Well, that's not. That's a different.
Oh, never mind. This
Something
seems to
happened in
be
the shack?
chicken.
What about the Torta Cavern?
Is there something? I
Nothing?
mean,
The
not really.
kolache factory. Oh, no, that's different. That's different. Yeah, but you can get a free kolache in any size coffee. How about
Ooh,
that?
at Mama Masotas. I think that's a good place.
Ojos Locos,
Dangerous place.
which this calls a Mexican food chain, will offer 20% off all food items on November 11th.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good thing.
I saw Kirby's is doing a deal, a little higher end.
Oh, that is higher. I don't see that on my list here.
Pork chops. I think they do it every year.
Perry's Steakhouse has
Perry's. That's
yeah,
it,
they've
Perry's.
got it.
I'm sorry, Perry's.
Free dinner cut pork chop on November 11th from 4 to close when accompanied by a guest purchasing a dinner entree. If dining alone or with other veterans will receive the dinner cut pork chop for half off the original price.
And that's a worthy thing.
That is a worthy thing. I agree. Where is the Perry's here?
Over by me, over there in the.
Okay. All right. Looking at all these other, I don't know why they don't do like half off guns or anything like that. It's always food.
That's what I'm saying. What things that
ammo,
really matter?
at least.
Yeah, I need to buy. I need to buy a
one,
new
get
gun
one on ammo.
I needed a hunting rifle. You got any half off on that?
They got some Uzis.
No, I don't need that. I'm not looking to shoot up a place.
Distance and accuracy.
What's for quail?
Oh, shoot quail with an Uzi?
I don't know.
All right. Hey.
Take out a pig or two. Well, you'd have to be real close and use a lot of rounds, but it
Yeah,
might work.
but still, man, it's just it's all in fun, you know.
Let's see. Oh, Applebee's.
Now we're talking.
You can get a free meal, also a free Budweiser, Bud Light, or Budweiser Zero as part of a Buy a Hero a Bud program.
I think I'm gonna go mill around Applebee's.
I'll be damned.
Buy a Hero a Bud.
It says here there are 9 locations of Applebee's in the San Antonio metro area. That sounds like 9 free beers to me.
Circle around. Is there free Ubers?
No.
Well, maybe if we can get a free Uber and free beer, we might be talking.
Imagine, listen, what are you going to do? Give a veteran a DUI on Veterans Day? That'd be, come on, that's un-American.
I would like to think. But the heroes wouldn't get in the car.
Yeah, you're right. A real hero wouldn't do that.
A real hero wouldn't do such
A real hero wouldn't do it.
Not all heroes wear capes.
So there you go. This one, Kona Grill.
That's a fine establishment.
Offer a free entree up to a $75 value.
What does Kona Grill have for $75?
I don't know.
Must be their steak.
Kona Grill. That's kind of an upscale spot. Yeah. La Cantera is where one of them is.
I think that
of course it's that.
The other one's North Star.
Is the La Cantera one still open?
It says so, yeah.
Okay.
And let's see, what's the menu look like for $75? We're looking at the mains. What are we getting on the mains menu here? Well, they've got $41 fish and chips. No wonder they need $75. But you can get a ribeye surf and turf, $52.
There you go.
You can get
And a
that for
cold beer.
free. Nice. Big Island ribeye, 12 ounce ribeye, $48. Prime rib, $47.
Come on,
okay.
Vets. Grab your ID or your DD-214 and go have a steak.
All right, Vic. That's where you're going, right?
Maybe. I'm babysitting till 5.
What?
Yeah.
It's Veterans Day.
My house, it don't matter. I got to babysit.
Duty calls.
Yeah. I got the grandkids.
That sucks, man.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Why don't you go?
I mean, because then I got to get out of the house.
See?
And,
Oh, yeah. But everything's by you anyway.
That's what they all bank on. No, they won't come. They won't come and do that.
Oh, pardon me. No, I don't know. I might go out and get a meal.
I have never taken advantage of my veteran status for anything.
You don't even have like a card to do
I know.
It. That's dumb.
I haven't really only needed it for those big purchases like the VA.
Well, like, wouldn't it be cool if we could go eat a prime rib together today?
But we need to take another person. Well, I guess we'd get it at half.
No,
what do I need as proof? Could I go show my DD-214 in my basic training picture?
Yeah, that's what I would get.
That's not you.
That's what I'd bring. All right. We've kind of gotten off the rails here.
It's the holiday version.
It is it's the holiday version. I don't want to. We do got to remember where our bread is buttered here. But the Brigade Bar, everybody's talking about where to get the free stuff. So everybody knows where you can get free stuff. I'm just trying to help out our vets here. And can the bosses really get mad at me for trying to help our vets? I mean,
Yeah, they feel guilty.
That's I can't imagine. Last night, while it was a happy night for the Spurs, not as happy in Dallas, where the Bucks came back after they blew a huge lead.
Yeah.
The Mavericks once had a 13-point lead. They came all the way back, and on the night that Cooper Flagg had a career-high 26 points, the Mavericks fell to 3-8, and the Fire Nico chants were loud.
Yeah, it's I don't know what they expected. I'm not sure what Maverick fan
I
thought was going to happen.
I can tell you exactly what Nico thought. Nico thought when they won that draft lottery and they got Cooper Flagg, it was going to save his job.
Well, basketball people, I felt like, yeah, that's a first step. But you guys are a young, relatively deep front court team. I don't know what exactly Maverick fan thought was going to happen until you got a point guard, until you got some more stuff. This is a team minus some parts. I would like to think inside the building they knew this, but some sins, like what Nico committed, can never be forgiven. And the thing is, he fell on his sword. He did this at behest of somebody above him. I don't think it was his idea to trade. Who wants to trade Luka? So I think he was forced to do it, and he's going to be the patsy. He's going to have to pay the price for this ridiculous deal.
The Mavs owner was sitting courtside, attending a game for the first time since the season opener when they got blown out by the Spurs.
So is this one of the Adelsons?
No, it's Patrick Dumont.
Oh, the other dude.
He spent several minutes early in the second half engaged in a cordial conversation with an 18-year-old fan who wore a gold Luka Lakers jersey. He had approached to apologize for flipping off Dumont during the opener. Hey, man.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I know. I'm here wearing a Lakers jersey. I just want to apologize for giving you the finger.
But now that I have your attention, I have a few choice words for you in this fine organization.
Several league sources have told ESPN that it seems to be when, not if, Dumont fires Nico Harrison. Dumont, who walked off the floor with Mavs minority owner Mark Cuban after the loss, has not publicly commented this season. They've lost now 5 of 6 games missed by Anthony Davis, who's been sidelined because of a calf strain. I
saw a meme where he was releasing his own signature shoe, and it was a boot with a Nike switch on it.
Right?
Oh, yeah, it's a mess right now.
They are flawed, and they're less than, and they had just enough to placate Maverick fan and Cooper Flagg. Cooper's going to be fine. He's going to be a good, very good all-star NBA basketball player. But that alone in a rookie on a flawed basketball team is not going to be a big success. Doesn't mean they're not going to play the playoffs. I think they are a playoff team, but they're not going to be what they were. They're not Western Conference finalists.
I don't think they're a playoff team.
Well, they probably aren't as we see now, but that Cooper Flagg is not a bad baller. And once Anthony Davis is back, and if Kyrie can come back and play, there's 40 wins in this team, 38 to 40 wins.
The Mavericks owner looks like a full-grown baby, like an adult baby.
The Dumont or the Adelsons?
Dumont.
What's his name?
His name's Patrick Dumont. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Okay.
Yeah. He's
hold on, let me see.
He looks like one of the like a German criminal.
Right here, Vic.
A mastermind.
Like a grown-up baby, right?
He's a mastermind.
It's boss baby.
He has sharks with lasers.
The comb-over haircut, like your mom does when you're a baby. I'm having fun. I own a basketball team.
Baby.
All right, I'll have you destroyed. I have lasers, and sharks.
That's true.
Attached.
That's true. All right, let's take a break and let's talk about the Spurs a little bit. We got into them early in the show. We'll talk about what's going right for them coming up. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. That's right. You want to get on those games, get in on that action. Underdog is the place to do it. You can make your picks and win your money right now at Underdog. And playing is so simple. You pick your favorite players. They're going to get higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, you name it. And if you're right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. That's right, baby. Another big one for our boy Wimby last night. I was higher on him, and guess what? I was lower on Steph Castle turnovers, and it worked. It worked, everybody. It was a big day on Underdog. That could be you. And it makes the game so much more fun. It really does, man. Anytime you can, but yeah, it's fun watching the Spurs win. You know what's more fun than watching the Spurs win? Watching the Spurs win and making some money. That makes it even more fun. Guys, it is so easy. Download the app today. Use my promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play just your first $5. $5, $100 in bonus entries. You can't beat that deal. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We just cleared one of our trouble spots, 90 eastbound, that off-ramp to southbound Loop 410. That rig has cleared. Still working the accident downtown at 37 southbound, right over I-10. This wreck has got 2 right lanes blocked. Has you stop and go from Carolina Street. 281 Frontage Road, northbound Santero Boulevard, still dealing with that accident. That vehicle that crashed into a front window of a building. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Tess, what's up?
Oh, the CFO needs me to book a week of travel. I'm days behind on invoices. The plants in the lobby are dying, and now I have to order lunch for 80 with gluten-free options.
Just use Easy Cater.
Easy Cater?
One platform built for workplaces. Tons of great restaurants, any group size, with tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Plus, rewards.
Rewards?
You earn rewards points when you order. Good for discounts or even gift cards for you.
Now that's what's up.
Easy Cater, the easy, rewarding way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right for you. Discovered by most major insurance, affordable self-pay options are available. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Los Spurs. Go Spurs, go.
When do we admit the obvious? At what point do you start admitting what is very evident?
Yeah.
Without being cocky or a homer or a bandwagon type.
That this is
a
an
very,
upper echelon
very
team.
good basketball team.
I agree. We are now an eighth of the way through the season. I feel comfortable saying it.
No, we'll know more about ourselves in the next week because they're going to play some better teams. But last night was a good team. This is a team that's also going to be good this year. Minus a player, but they were at home. A team that has had really good success against us. Vucevic has beaten us single-handedly. He got a 40-burger on us.
Yeah.
That was not the case last night.
And also, you showed some scrap, like coming from it. Like if I wouldn't have been mad if the Spurs had rolled over and died late in the fourth quarter. It looked like they were going to.
They were getting beat, and then there's no shame in losing to Chicago on the road. That's just early season, late season, even with a dude. But that wasn't the case last night. They played like we're better than you are, and it just took us a while to find the way to beat you. But we found the way.
It's hard to argue that this team is legit. I will. This two game set Wednesday, Friday against the Warriors. Rob and I are going to go on Wednesday. That's going to tell me a lot. Although I saw this. So the Warriors and Spurs have something in common. The only games they've lost have been away from home.
Yeah.
Both of them undefeated at home, which is good news for the Spurs because they're playing both of them at home. So they get two games with the Warriors at home.
Strange,
it's great. Strange
the
scheduling
NBA's
thing.
kind of picked this up over the last couple of years to eliminate some road time. That you're showing up in San Antonio. We'll go back and forth real quick. I don't like it, but it is a good measuring stick for sure. I don't know the Steph's. I don't know. Is Curry going to play?
Yeah, he was at the game he missed was with illness.
Oh, I thought it was ankle issues. But
no, I think it was just. I think he had the Vic.
Now, I opened with the premise that this is a very, very good basketball team, and they are. But there is a lingering concern that if it sticks around, it's very easy for this team, especially given that we got about a nine guy rotation right now. There's a lot of dudes playing.
Yeah.
They get sloppy on defense, and they're fully capable of making defensive plays, but they don't play defense on a string yet. They're still guys, they're not. They have the safety net of Wemby, and that's a pretty damn good safety net. You can make a lot of mistakes, and he can fix them. But they're not cohesive defensively yet, and you can, given
They only have like 2 good players defensively. Like,
and then you're going to have to be on a string now. You're going to have to play with the help of others to be a solid kind of thing. Now, we can play pretty good man-to-man when we roll out Steph Castle and Keldon. Those guys can play some pretty decent man-to-man, some physical defense. But for the most part, this is going to be a team defense thing, and because the ball's rarely going to get in the paint. You're going to have to charge to hit closeouts because not a lot of people heading to the paint to shoot over Wemby. So that's where the hustle comes, and that's a problem. When you're giving up 7 or 35 to 38 points a quarter, that's a worry. Now, the Spurs are going to play the possession game. We're going to have a lot of possessions when De'Aaron's playing. I mean, we're going to rip and run, and we're going to run fast and try to get to the lane, and there will be some turnovers just built into that style. But those kind of turnovers are the way you lose big games. And last night they beat a team that was minus their point guard. And with Chicago, we'll look back on a thing that they let get away. That was a win they should have had. And if they'd have had their due, they feel like they're going to win. So when we play them again, they're not afraid of us. And what I want is these early season things, when you kick somebody's ass and they know we're going to play them again, and we better be ready because this is not who we thought. And I think most of the teams we've played, it's been that. Chicago can walk away going, yeah, you beat us, but I think if we were fully complemented, we'd give you a run for your money.
I think that's probably fair. But, dude, you're going to be without guys all the time.
Yeah.
And I know Josh Giddey's he's like their best player arguably, and Dylan Harper's a rookie, but nobody's going to be fully healthy very often. Well, I'm not going to feel too bad for you.
No, the thing about the Spurs, which we haven't even begun to talk on the negative stuff, the defense is going to be a problem because a lot of dudes. The positive thing is, how many teams can lose their rookie like Dylan Harper, who had started out so strong, and not even notice?
Right.
I mean, we haven't missed a beat, man.
The NBA.com has power rankings that they put out every week. And this came out yesterday morning before the game.
And I don't get the reticence to give them what they've done, the credit for what I've seen.
The number 10 team is the Timberwolves. Number 9 team is the Bucks. Number 8 is the Pistons, which they might be low as well.
You see him. You see, we'll talk about that.
Number 7 is the San Antonio Spurs.
It's a little low.
I get I
understand.
The thing that I was saying before yesterday was the teams they beat so far, besides the Rockets, are not good teams. But at least they're beating the snot out of them, which is I'll take it.
Well, the Rockets and then Chicago, that's pretty impressive.
I agree. They've got the Lakers at 6.
This is too high.
The Cavs at 5. The Knicks at 4. Please, Knicks. The Rockets at 3. The Nuggets at 2, and the Thunder at 1. I think you make a good argument that the Spurs are a top 5 team right now.
I don't see an argument just tell me they're not.
In fact, the only team that I'll say with certainty is better than the Spurs on their best night is the Thunder.
It's the world champions.
Yeah,
we're all behind
I think
them.
the Spurs, if the Spurs are on their best night, go up against the Nuggets, I think the Spurs can hang. You know, I mean,
we're not quite there yet. But yeah, I think if we played 7 games, they'd win 2.
Yeah.
Right now, I think they could beat them twice. Now we'll see what happens over the next 3 or 4 months. They are. I think a lot of teams are going to be slow to recognize because Wemby is such an alien that you look at him and go, well, but for him. But this team plays quite well when he's sitting down, especially when Cornette's healthy. The second unit is a threat. They can add to leads. They give you something. This is a very, very good basketball team, about 6 months ahead of schedule in my eye. They are really solid. I don't know if we have any sound from last night, but after the post game, Mitch kept talking about how the way he wanted to define Wemby post game was very professional. The way he did it, he went at it in a very diligent, professional way. It wasn't about highlights or anything. That was like the things were done to precision, and it took that for that 10-point run for everybody to just do your job. It wasn't about a superstar thing, and I think that Mitch anyway took a lot away from how they came back. Not that they did come back, but there was the method in which they cut that 10-point run.
Yeah, I would say I'm more than pleased with what I've seen out of this team so far because while I thought they were going to be much better than a year ago, They're ahead of schedule, and it's exciting. Like it's worth getting excited about, and it's been a long time, I think, since Spurs fans have had something to be excited about. Quite
almost
frankly.
10 years. Almost 10 years.
I mean, other than winning the lottery, and
but to go into Chicago, to go into Golden State, to travel now, and have every expectation. If we do what we need to do, we'll win the game, and it's been a decade since we felt that.
Yeah. So, and let me see. I'm guessing. Oh, there might not be odds up yet for tomorrow's games. I was going to see if there's a lineup for No, there's no line yet for the Warriors game because the Warriors play tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another good deal for the Spurs is the Warriors tomorrow will be on the back end of a back-to-back, and tonight they're in Oklahoma City.
So they got a good bounce.
So this is a really good opportunity for the Spurs to get another win over a good team that's going to be coming in probably tired.
I think that stack some wins. Saturday night will be the second game will be a true measuring stick.
Oh, man, that's going to be good. That is going to be good. All right, we are halfway there.
Wow.
Tuesday is almost gone with the wind. How about that? You like that?
Almost.
Yeah.
That should be a song.
Someone will write it. We got plenty more where that came from. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stop.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now through Tuesday, save up to 72% on top brands at Mattress Firm with queens from $189.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets? Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Nigel, why is there a giant turkey standing on my desk?
That's Harold.
Well, then whisper these words, Nigel. Deep fried. From all of us at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we hope your Thanksgiving is filled with food, family, and fellowship. We couldn't ask for a better community to be a part of. So thank you, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
This holiday season, Rachel will get Anna a fabulous faux fur coat. Anna will say Rachel shouldn't have, but Rachel didn't. Because Rachel will only have to spend $75 on a coat Anna thinks costs $200. But then again, it's what she thought that counts. Yes, JCPenney. Higher price $200 reflects comparable national brand. $75 Anna faux fur jacket reg $108. Valid through 12/24. See store or jcp.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We just cleared one of our trouble spots, 90 eastbound, that off-ramp to southbound Loop 410. That rig has cleared. Still working the accident downtown at 37 southbound, right over I-10. This wreck has got 2 right lanes blocked. Has you stop and go from Carolina Street. 281 Frontage Road, northbound Santero Boulevard, still dealing with that accident. That vehicle that crashed into a front window of a building. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs back to work last night are sitting at 8-2 and now 3-2 away from home after the victory in Chicago. They win 121-117. De'Aaron Fox had 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Wemby had his typical night, 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Spurs get back to work on Wednesday, welcoming Golden State into the Frost. The Dallas Cowboys will look to remember Marshawn Nealon. They're going to wear a helmet decal for the remainder of the season, also wear special T-shirts before the next 2 games versus the Raiders and Eagles. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Glad to have you in. We always love having our fellas join us on a fine Tuesday. After a great night of NFL football featuring the most high-quality play you can ask for.
I had a good night on DFS, but for the freak, I had him at 30.5, and he got 30. He ruined a 4-turn parlay.
Oh, womp womp.
I know.
How many? Giannis only had 30?
He had 30. I needed 30, and I needed 31.
Come on,
I know.
That's a shame.
That's why they call it gambling.
I guess so.
It's not winning.
I don't think they call it gambling. I think they prefer to call it.
That's right. That is not gambling.
Fantasy football or fantasy basketball. Yeah.
That is a game of skill.
That's right.
I do not have.
Yeah, that's the way to word it. The NFL, not pretty last night, but Week 10 is in the books. Eagles get a win over the Packers. Packers, there's a down arrow by that team's name right now. Things are a mess right now in Green Bay, and I don't know. Like I said, there are some teams that I feel pretty certain about right now. particularly in the NFC. And then I think the Packers fall into that group of teams that it wouldn't shock me if they don't make the playoffs.
They're in there with the 49ers to me.
But at least the 49ers have a reason.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that for entirely different reasons.
Yeah.
But neither one of those teams do I have any faith that they can, one, beat a good team, two, put anything together to get themselves in contention. Now, Green Bay is healthy, and except for obviously that tight end, which evidently just flummoxed the offense. But San Francisco has reasons or excuses, depending on how you want to look at it. They're just banged up beyond belief. I don't think this Green Bay team has any well, I don't want to say heart. It's not that, but there's not a lot of there. You know, that the defense is stellar. You don't need much offense, but what little you need, you don't got.
Yep. The Packers' next game will be at the New York Giants, and the New York Giants will be without Brian Daboll. We had not even mentioned that Brian Daboll let go right after our show yesterday. The Giants said, "Yeah, this is enough, dude."
I wonder what was the last straw. Really, that? I mean, this was it. It's a rather kind of ignominious, quiet end. It really. This weekend was the last straw.
This is three seasons in a row that the Giants have been 2-8 to start the year. So if you say your first 10 games, you go 2-8. The last 3 years in a row. I can't. I mean,
well, what's worse? What about 1-9? Or 1-7? I mean, there was plenty of reason to fire him a month ago. Why now is my point. Kind of like with Miami. Miami could just resign themselves to the fact, we're going to fire you at the end of the year, but I'm not going to worry about you, McDaniel. Now
I don't know.
I mean,
McDaniel might not get fired at the end of the year now.
I think he's done. But but there was maybe. I just thought, I'm not surprised you fired him, but. What was the last thing that happened that you decided, now I'm done?
You know what the weirdest thing of it for me was? That Joe Schoen is not fired. In fact, Joe Schoen, who hired Brian Daboll, not only is he not fired, he's going to pick the next coach.
Well,
that's crazy to me.
We'll see.
Because to me, those two guys should have burned together. If they were going to burn.
Anybody who lets Saquon Barkley go began his exit strategy. You began the moment you did that, it was out. You saved yourself with that Burns deal, though. You saved yourself. That was a good deal.
Maybe so.
But other than that, there's no way Shane survives this.
Yeah. I can't imagine that. But if you were going to fire him, you would have fired him.
I would have thought, but maybe they need. I just don't see how anybody involved with this. And you're going to let him pick the next coach? Maybe he gets hamstrung.
That is weird.
As a Cowboy fan, I'm all for it, of course. Keep it up.
Yeah, elsewhere, some of the teams that you know what? Here's another example of why I don't think that McDaniel's getting fired. They're one of the teams, kind of like Buffalo, at the trade deadline. Why didn't they do more? Why didn't the Dolphins sell everything?
Well, didn't they fired the GM, right? He got fired, so there's really nobody to make a decision. I don't see how McDaniel, if he doesn't get fired, you think he's the guy that they hire? That's going to be his guy? I mean, his career is all but over in Miami. It's just a matter of when. Because you're going to hire a GM and say, oh, by the way, you can't fire the coach.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. So I think they're going to hire a GM and let him hire the coach.
Let's see. What's Mike McDaniel? I know he's been. I'm guessing Mike McDaniel's about a 500 coach in Miami.
And the very first offensive coordinator I would interview, I would be the coach that rectifies his reputation, and I'd bring him in as fast as possible to run my offense.
Mike McDaniel in year 4 at Miami is sitting at 31-30, and this is why it's hard to fire him, because his first 2 years, they were in the playoffs. Last year, they were 8-9. This is the first year they're going to lose more than 9 games. It's not like even when it's been bad, it hadn't been real bad.
He's going to get fired, man. They fired the GM. I mean, once your boss, the guy that likes you, is gone, it's over for you, man. It's just a matter of time. You think you're going to come hire me as a general manager, and you want me to save my job, and I have to go do well. But oh, by the way, you got to keep him and that offense. Well, no.
I think it's more likely that they fire. Yeah, and by the way, I mean he signed a 3-year extension just last year to run him through 2028. I don't think they want to fire him.
Ross has got more money than God. Money's not a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not anti. I think he's a hell of an offensive coordinator and eventually will be a head coach again. But when your GM gets fired, your team is horrible and the style of offense was under question even when everything was going well. I just don't see how he survives it.
I think they're going to end up finding a new plan at quarterback. It seems more likely than finding a new plan at head coach.
I think all is lost on both fronts.
Maybe so. I don't know why. I guess I just think Mike McDaniel is such a good coach. Like I think he's such, and when I say good coach, I don't mean a head coach. I think he is such a good offensive mind that I would want to find a way to use him. But
someone needs to tell him no. I think he's a brilliant offensive mind that's been left to his own devices. And somebody needs to go, that's a great idea, but that doesn't translate into the real world. All the stuff you're wanting to do doesn't win in December, doesn't do some things. And I understand it. When it's clicking, it's beautiful. But somebody needs to come in and say, we got to put our resources elsewhere. We're going to do some other things, and you're just going to have to make do with that.
The Bills had to field questions yesterday. Sean McDermott fielded questions about whether or not he plans on talking to Brian Daboll about a job. That's how bad the offense is right now in Buffalo, that they're like, hey, would you want to maybe bring Brian Daboll back? He's like, no, I believe in Joe Brady. And I was like, oh, I knew he was going to say that.
Well,
damn it.
I think Joe Brady might be a candidate for that job, for the Giant job.
Maybe it's an even trade.
Maybe. I mean, once I saw he was fired, obviously there's going to be a myriad of candidates come out of the woods. And I do not pretend to know the comers in the coaching world. I don't. I know the ones that are currently coaching and that have an opportunity to maybe improve their state. And if it's going to be a coordinator, I'll have to meet him and see what they're talking about. But when I know of guys of what they've done in the past, Joe Brady is a quarterback dude, man. And it seems like you might have found a young quarterback.
Well, Joe Brady, I think, first and foremost, is a dude that if he gets grief about anything, it's that he runs the ball more than anybody wants to run it. Like that. Remember, that was the big deal with Matt Rule. Was like he hired Joe Brady to be his OC, and then he was like,
"Why are you not letting me throw the
ball?
Throw
the football.
Right.
Like, see, it's 2020. We got to throw the football. Now it's 2025. You got to throw the football." So I find myself getting frustrated with Joe Brady, but I also understand that sometimes that's how you win football.
And he, that might be the problem that keeps him from being a head coach job candidate. But he's also not very nice. He seems to be a prickly dude too.
Yeah.
So it's his way.
But the coaching carousel, it is underway now. Another victim.
Would you aspire to the Giant job? Is that a job that if you were looking to be a head coach, and there'll be a couple more that open up, but this one might be. I mean, very few places do you land with a quarterback already in hand. I mean,
well, do you believe in Jackson Dart?
More than most. No, I'm not all in on Jackson Dart, but I'll tell you what I've seen. I'm a little bit more optimistic than I would be if I was taking over the Tennessee job. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I'm not. I see some positives about Jackson Dart. Don't get me wrong, but
apart from him, the job itself,
it's a tough job, man.
It's a tough job. But I think there are certainly worse jobs. I don't think ownership for the Giants is terrible. I think that they, I think for the most part, they aspire to win and try to stay out of their way.
I agree. But you play in a division where everybody's typically legit.
And you've got a solid defense already in place. You got 4 or 5 dudes that
you're the worst run defense in the world.
But you've got some injuries you're dealing with. But you've got some pass rushers. You got some edge. It looks like you got a quarterback. You certainly got a wide receiver when he gets healthy again. So there's some there. I don't think that's a bad job to take over. I mean, when you look at the other possibilities,
it's a high pressure job though, man. It's hard to. I mean, you can't be average there.
That's up to them to decide as the hirer. But if I'm applying to the gig whether I feel like I'm mentally ready for it or not. It's up to them to tell me I'm not. But I do think that.
Well, Brian Daboll left a pretty good job to take it.
That's what I'm saying.
Brian Daboll broke away from Josh Allen, who was like clearly on like a rocket ship to stardom, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna jump now at this opportunity." And it's not like Brian Daboll regrets it. I mean, he was a head coach in the NFL for 5 years?
And might very well be a good one again at some point. Obviously, there was something lacking, but I do think of all the jobs that are going to be available in the NFL, and there's going to be some bad ones. This one might be the best one.
I think the thing about the Giants is when you look at that division, the Giants still probably have the worst quarterback in the group.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the Giants are winning anytime soon. Like,
No,
it's a cute, like when they were, which mind you, Jackson Dart's 2-7 as a starter. So let's temper down what we've seen out of him so far.
Well,
but
he lost his wide receiver and his running back. I mean, there's reasons and excuses. But of all of the rookies, of all of the jobs, you go, how many Pro Bowlers do I have on this roster?
Yeah,
4.
The Giants have a lot more talent than the Titans,
so
for sure.
There's that, and you got a quarterback that may or may not be there, but there's enough to where I think anybody could step in and go, I think I could win 9 games with this team. If I do my job, I think I can pull 9 wins out of here. And if add more talent, I can suddenly add 2 or 3, and now we're talking playoffs. So I don't think it's a terrible gig, and I don't think at the end of the day, Daboll was a terrible coach. He just wasn't good enough to overcome an early mistake with Danny Dimes. And I think that's become more and more apparent that he just didn't click with a dude that had some talent. The guy turned out to be not terrible, not great, but he wasn't as much a hindrance as we thought he would be. And I think at the end of the day, that ruined him.
Yeah, I do. I think if Daniel Jones wasn't doing what he's doing, it would make Brian Daboll look better.
I completely agree. And then you go, do I inflict what he did on Dime to Jackson Dart? Because these guys appear to be at the same place in their careers. Like when Jones took over that first year, it was kind of impressive. The dude could run, could throw, and playoff was imminent. I'm just saying.
But remember, when Brian Daboll got the first good out of Daniel Jones that had ever been.
Yeah, so
because Brian Daboll didn't pick Daniel Jones. He was brought in to fix Daniel Jones, and for a minute it looked like he did.
Right.
And then Daniel Jones turned back into a pumpkin. I don't know. All I know is 2 quarterbacks went in round 1 of the NFL draft this year, and the 2 coaches that have gotten fired are their 2 coaches. So
gosh. There's so much correlation and causation in that statement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reason behind it and for it, and some of it nothing. What an interesting stat.
Yeah,
you drafted quarterback first. You better do it right because you're out.
Now, Brian Callahan should have never been the head coach of the Titans. Period. But it's Cam Ward being bad didn't help. Brian Daboll, I think, got fired in spite of Jackson Dart showing some promise. So
you're afraid you're going to ruin him.
Yeah, it's not a horrible job. Like I said, I'd much rather have the Giants job than the Titans job. Although, at least in the AFC South, you can see a path to like quickly becoming competitive.
Although, yeah, there's other reasons to take other gigs. Yeah, certainly. I mean, it'd be an easier path without having the Cowboys and the the Commanders and any other Super Bowl pretenders that come out of the NFC.
If you're in the NFC East, okay, I've got to see Jaden Daniels twice a year, Dak twice a year, and Jalen Hurts twice a year. If you coach the Titans, you see Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Daniel Jones. That feels like, okay, I feel like I can compete there. Give me something decent and I compete. Right now, you've got a rookie that you're like wanting to build your whole team around, and he's the 4th best quarterback in their division. That ain't a good sign. So I would rather coach the Giants and the Titans just because it feels like the Titans are so bereft of talent. And I also think, the Titans, I think, is a loser organization. Like the fact that they fired Mike Vrabel is in hindsight now, and look what Vrabel's doing now. Like, what a stupid move.
So, I think Cincinnati's going to be looking for a new coach. If you had to choose between Cincinnati and Burrow, I
want Cincinnati.
Yeah, because you've got that, and so much less everywhere else, though. I mean, you don't have. Defensively, you
I don't care.
Nothing. Yeah.
If you have Joe Burrow, you have a chance.
So let's put another equivalent out there that I think the job may or may not open. There's not another mid-level gig that would open other than those. I think Carolina's safe, and they're rising.
Oh yeah, they're safe for sure.
Jacksonville, I don't know.
No. It's his first year.
Yeah, I don't think you fire him, even though less than expected. Harbaugh's safe.
Liam Cohen has a lot cooler seat than Trevor Lawrence does.
Oh, I agree with that. I think Chicago's finally got an arrow up. There's not going to be a for sale sign up there. St. Louis might be. St. Louis. The Cardinals might be a gig that might open up.
What about Atlanta?
Man, maybe.
Raheem Morris is. That's
maybe.
underperforming.
That was a terrible loss on Sunday.
Yeah. I think it's a bad spot.
Okay, let's do that one. The Atlanta gig or the Giant gig?
Oh, man. I'll take Atlanta.
I might, because the expectations would be a lot less, but you'd certainly be biting off a bigger bite of apple.
Yeah. The jobs that I think the Dolphins are possible. Atlanta's possible. Cleveland is certainly possible.
Gosh.
And I would not want that job. Oh, no. I wouldn't want the Cleveland job.
For 100 reasons.
But,
the ownership, the team, the town.
The quarterback room.
The quarterback, all of it.
Oh,
There's so many
gosh.
reasons not to want it. You have to pay me a lot of money.
Yeah, McDaniel, I think Gannon in Arizona is a possibility. Cleveland and Cincinnati are probably the biggest ones. And the Falcons. Oh, Aaron Glenn, I don't know why.
I think he's safe at least for a year, man. I think they've already done it. I mean, my God, he's still playing Justin Fields at quarterback. I know there's not much behind him, and I know but my God. I mean, he feels safe if you're doing that.
But that's the only ones I could see. Atlanta, Cincy, Cleveland, Miami, and Arizona are the only jobs I could see coming open this year.
And obviously not
and
all
quite
of them
frankly,
will open, but I think half of those will.
And how many of those are? I mean, Cincinnati to me is the best one because you've got a quarterback. All the rest of them, I don't know.
You've got an offense already under wraps. You got an offense.
Yeah.
Show up. All you got to do is stop the ball.
And I mean, Joe Burrow's proven that even with the worst defense in the league, they're a borderline playoff team. So you improve them just a little.
I wonder if that does come open, who gets that job? And I think somebody that gets that job might be in a job already, not fired. That's that good of a job.
I think so. To me, if I was the Bengals, I would hire a defensive coach. I would quite frankly, I'd probably hire Brian Flores.
Well, that's where we might be getting to the realms of Flores. Who's the DC for Kansas City? I mean,
Spagnuolo.
I'm not looking
I've already
for much.
seen that. I'm
well,
good
I mean,
on that.
Spags for a year, the way he can blitz the hell and cover some weaknesses. I'm just saying, with that kind of team, it's not a long-term hire. I need somebody coming and fix something fast because I got an expiration date on my quarterback.
But you look at some of these teams that have hired these defensive-minded coaches. I look at Seattle, it turned around so quickly for them. Look at New England, how quickly it's turned around for them.
But both of those have good young quarterbacks. That helps.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. But you're right. I think the mentality always serves itself, but it just takes so much longer to build the defense. You have to 3 years of committed to drafting boring guys.
But, I mean, Seattle's already elite defensively.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Yes, they managed to do it, but they happen to have a quarterback and a wide receiver that's headed toward 2,000 yards. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it has kind of helped. But it's unsexy to build through the defense. Drafting a defensive tackle in the first round is boring, but it's necessary if you're going to do that.
But I think we've started to see now that after a while where it was not in vogue to hire defensive guys, you're starting to see some of them have some success. Maybe not a bad plan. Maybe not a bad plan.
You look at the Cowboys and wonder.
Well,
they went offense.
Yeah, and it's hard to argue with the results of the offense because the offense is great. It's just
the defense is
there's
worse.
no voice on that defense. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. I go to the Institute of Functional Health for all things medical. Now, I walked in their doors in their old place about 8 years ago. Weighed about 300 pounds. Didn't think I could lose weight and really didn't care to try. I just knew I didn't feel good. I didn't think I could get through it and didn't really have any kind of frame of reference to how to do it. I'd tried before and failed many times. Dr. Torres said, there's steps to be taken, and obviously the easiest one is eat fewer calories. Well, that doesn't work for most. What he does excel in is putting together programs that not only fit your physiology, but also fit your mental state. What are you going to be able to do and still lose weight and find the medium? And when he did that, he put together a program that worked, and it felt good to lose weight, and it was easier than I thought, and it built upon itself to the point where I can't imagine living the life that I live any differently. I like the way I eat. I like the way I live. Can you say that about yourself and how you've lost weight? If you can, I want you to call Dr. Torres today. Call him today and find out why he's been so successful. And this has nothing to do with semaglutides or pills or shots. This is medical technology meeting the psychology and it actually working. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. It's a great resource. Listen, if it's time, you know it is. Call him today. And before the first of the year, you're going to start seeing results, I promise you. You can come on by and thank me later.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15 p.m. After a bye week, the Cowboys are center stage on Monday Night Football for the second time this month. This time in Sin City, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Currently, we're farming about 800 acres, and every year we're looking at what we can do to improve our farm, plant fertility, higher yields. That all starts with ag research.
Every year, America's research universities drive over $3.4 billion in agricultural science that supports U.S. farmers.
I want to keep this family farm in our family.
Help protect American farmers. Visit research4.us. Paid for by Research for a Stronger America.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by Abbott.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at TRTMVP.com.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's the Morning Huddle. And now we're fully complete. Clock's ticking. That's why they give you 45 seconds.
It's funny.
I was going to give away some tickets while you were.
Thanks. I like how Vic couldn't hold off long enough for me to get back.
He tried.
Oh, yeah.
He was pushing buttons. I think we added another spot.
I had to sit in here and, go 4 extra minutes when Vic was in the bathroom. God forbid I got to use it now.
I did add some more commercials today.
Yeah, he added spots.
Okay, all right. C-Note says, you really think Brian Flores will get another head coaching gig?
Yes, he will.
He should.
Why, I think the reason he's not is because of the lawsuit. He ain't suing the teams. He's suing the league.
Yeah, well, he's sued both.
Well, not every team.
Yeah, he's sued particularly the Dolphins, and I want to say one other team.
Probably the Giants.
I think it was the Texans.
Was it the Texans?
Yeah.
The wrong Brian. But I think Flores has proven that he is a worthy coach. Now, it'd have to be in the right place. I mean, he's not going to go a lot of places just because of his personality. But as you said, I think those owners that tend toward the defensive, that tend toward just win, baby, I don't care how, he'll always have a place for an interview.
Yeah.
Now, he'll never be the Cowboys coach. He'll never do that kind of stuff. But for those teams that, want to win with defense and, that style, yeah, man, I'd interview him.
Yeah, he was a competent coach with the Dolphins in an era where the Dolphins' quarterback play was literally laughable. Like the pre-Tua even.
Yeah.
It was like Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like he made Ryan Tannehill into an all-pro damn near. I don't know. I just think that and Josh Rosen they had for a little while there too. What a mess. But no, I like Brian Flores. I think Brian Flores is one of the best defensive minds in football,
which will probably stay there. But I think he's worth an interview. I think he would.
And whether this is a fair thing to say or not, I'll say it anyway. I'll take my chances. He's a minority, and when you've got a minority who actually is very deserving of the job, you put those two things together, it makes it easy for these owners to hire these guys because they've got to interview them anyway, and you get like bonus points when you do it. Like to me, Brian Flores is good. Like you're never gonna give him a check the box. Yep, interviewed a minority coach. Like this is a real deal coach.
Yeah, he's an interview for the real gig. I'm not sure how many points you get anymore. I think if he was a young, untested coordinator, it would matter a little bit more. But he's a proven coach. He's a retread, and retreads.
He's
have
only
their
coached
place.
for 3 years.
I know, but retreads have their place. He has proven that he can run an organization, not to its hilt, but he's everybody worked. He ran an organization. He was a CEO for 3 years, and apart from winning, everything else seemed to work. So I think he's a preeminent candidate.
First of all,
for a couple of places, but not everywhere.
He's 44 years old, so he's not old yet.
No.
In the 3 years he coached, 2 of them he had a winning record, and that was the last 2.
This is
he
why
got
he's
fired after he got a winning record.
Which is why he's mad. I mean, remember what went down when Ross? Remember he had this like palace coup going on where he was going to go get Brady and find a coach, and then it was the wrong Brian that got the text from.
Yeah.
So it was just this cavalcade of mistakes that kind of besmirched a career that was on the rise, and then you combine that with there's a lot of people just personally don't like Flores.
Yeah.
That he
rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, so you can put that all together, and he got kind of a negative reputation, deserved or not. I don't think he's an easy hire, but there's certainly places out there that would certainly be very happy to hire him.
Yeah.
When finally the stink of the lawsuits and all that kind of settles in,
I would certainly take him. But
at some point, maybe.
That's just me. All right. Again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't think Brian Flores I don't think he's going to go to the Giants. So
that is one guarantee that won't happen.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that. But yeah, there's going to be a sort of a musical chairs going underway with this. The other thing out of the NFL this week that is starting to get talked about a lot is the quarterback draft class from last year. is starting to look at it's starting to look like what we all thought it was going to be. As Caleb Williams gets a little bit better.
Yeah, it is. He is turning himself into a quarterback.
Jaden Daniels, obviously, with what he did last year, although we won't see him again for the rest of the year. I mean, Drake May, who is, in my mind, voting. The best of the bunch so far.
He's got the second best MVP odds right now.
The best odds.
I think I just saw something that cracked this morning, but right there, yeah.
Well, I mean, at least on DraftKings right now, he is the favorite, just ahead of Matt Stafford. But then J.J. McCarthy, who has shown a couple flashes. Bo Nix has shown a couple flashes.
He's as MVP goes, Stafford is the new favorite, slightly over May 2nd, Taylor 3rd, Allen 4th, although he went from 3-2 to 8-1. Now he's 5th.
Where's Sam Darnold?
Sam is not on this current list.
That's crazy.
Again, this is according to Bet Online, but no, he is not on this one. Bo Nix off the board. Though I don't have the top 5. This is just the changes in the list, so I bet he's in the top 5.
Wait, did you say Bo Nix is on there, but not Sam Darnold?
Bo Nix is off the board. Jordan Love went from 22 to 50-1 after last night. Josh Allen went from first at 3-2 to 5th to 8-1 over this weekend. Matthew Stafford is now the overall favorite, only slightly over Drake May, according to BetOnline.ag. This was released this morning. So I do expect that if there was the actual list of the top 5 or 10 candidates, Darnold has to be on that list. Has to be.
DraftKings has Sam Darnold 6th. Drake May, Matt Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
that's the 6 guys that are 10-1 or better. No one else. The next closest guy is 22-1. That's Jalen Hurts. I will say a guy who is not mentioned here, who would not shock me if the season goes the way it looks like it might go. What if Lamar Jackson brings the Ravens all the way back to the playoffs and you realize what they were without him, and then there's a real discussion to be had over how valuable that is. Like, he showed how valuable he is when he's gone by being gone.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I tell you what, if he was to get it, what would have to happen is he'd have to get his team back and really do something in the playoffs. And by that time, the voting is done. But what it would do is assure him a lead next year, because I think for Baltimore, as much as we know how good he is, the true measure of Lamar Jackson now isn't MVP. It's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we won't know that until the voting is done. I don't think he'll get MVP this year, no matter what Baltimore does, unless they go undefeated for the rest of the year, because we know who you are. We know how good you are. It's kind of like Josh Allen. You got bigger things to worry about, so we're looking at MVP someplace else. And that's why I think Drake May becomes that viable candidate, that Sam Darnold becomes that viable candidate, because we know those two dudes. They've gotten the trophy. We've already given it to them. Now one of them's going to have to go get the real one.
15 touchdowns, 1 interception for Lamar Jackson.
Now, if he does that for the rest of the year, he gets it. At some point. But truly, if I was a voter, and I'm not, I wouldn't vote for him. But the thing is, I've already voted for you. I've already given it to you. You have earned MVP status. You're in the room. You got the handshake. You got the robe. You got everything you need. Now go win a Super Bowl. Now, you win a Super Bowl next year, you get a little extra points. I'll give you a little bit of padding next year when you start voting for MVP. But I voted for MVP before, and you didn't win a Super Bowl.
But now I say 15-1. Matt Stafford right now is 25-2 and has played the full season and has, arguably the best team in football. You know what Matt Stafford did this week? Matt Stafford, for the 3rd consecutive game, had 4 or more touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
And like 3,000 yards the last 3 weeks. He's thrown for miles.
Do you want to know the company that he has joined on that list? Three consecutive games with at least 4 touchdowns and no picks. He hasn't joined any company.
He's alone.
He's the first person who's ever done that.
So I don't know how you can't put him with a prohibitive MVP favorite. I don't care what Drake May does.
I mean, I get the Drake May gets a lot of love too, and he deserves it because, quite frankly, there's not a lot around Drake May to make him look good. And the Rams have, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams. This is a loaded offense.
Yeah.
But what Matt Stafford's doing is absurd.
And to top it off with just the politics of the award, he hasn't won one before.
That's the other thing. Like, at some point, you it becomes a lifetime achievement award almost.
And the thing is, it would be certainly apropos because I wouldn't mind if he did get it in kind of a lifetime achievement manner where maybe his numbers aren't quite as good, but his team is great. But he's got the numbers to prove it. I mean, his numbers are verifiably that good.
Yeah.
That you can argue record, he's got that, and you argue stats, and he's got that. So right now, the bottom would have to fall out for him not to get it.
Yeah. B. Hannon says Jonathan Taylor, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Great,
Is
yeah,
that good?
he gets Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year.
It's not fair.
And quite frankly, I bet the odds for that, he's going to be minus 3 something, and there's probably value on that number because, I mean, it would take an injury for him to not be Offensive Player of the Year at this point. Minus 350, like, what would have to happen? He would have to miss multiple games to not be it. Like, this is minus 350 is rarely a value. It's a value. It's already locked up that he's the Offensive Player of the Year, as long as he doesn't get hurt.
On Bet Online, we've got
Smith and Jig was the only.
That's the only other one that's even close. Puka fell from 13-2 to 33-1, and it's not because of his performance. It's because of Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Bijan, James Cook, Amon-Ra St. John, J.J. Derrick Henry, Saquon, and Josh Jacobs are now off the board for Offensive Player.
Does it have a number for Christian McCaffrey?
He has overtaken Dak Prescott. No, that's for. I don't have a number. Oh, he's 40-1. Went from 9-1 to 40-1. And comeback player of the year, McCaffrey is still number 1 over Dak Prescott.
Okay, yeah. Jonathan Taylor's. You can already put that trophy in his case. He is the Offensive Player of the Year. Jackson Smith and Jigba's been good. He's not doing what Jonathan Taylor's doing.
No.
And
can you imagine if we had a receiver and a running back both with 2,000 yards?
That'd be pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. I feel like Saquon did that last year.
Mm-hmm. But did we get a receiver?
No, I don't think so. Because Puka was 2 years ago.
Same time and.
It doesn't. I'd be curious when the last time that happened.
I don't think it ever has.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm going to give away some Los Lonely Boys tickets. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
How you feeling this morning? Did you wake up feeling good? Nothing painful keeping you out of life? If that is you, carry on. Your day's going to be fine. But if you're like a lot of us, you woke up this morning with something so painful, it not only kept you from doing something you love, but just painful all day long. You know, in life, there's a lot of things that we put up with. Pain shouldn't be one, and you don't have to because there's a fix out there. It's called Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio. New ones opening all the time because they're so successful in doing that one thing great, and that's getting you out of pain. So if it's a soft tissue injury like a sprain or a strain, maybe it's lower back issues, tension, maybe you're dealing with plantar fasciitis. I'm just telling you, the things that I have seen people get fixed is a myriad. Me, it was lower back issues. I always had them, didn't think there was a fix. Went in the very first time and found out the real problem was not my back, it was my hamstrings. They fixed that, the pain went away. I want that for you. If you're dealing with pain, call Arasti today. The fact is, they'll probably be able to see you today, so you don't ever need a referral to go see an Arasti provider. So go ahead and write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. Their website is Arasti.com. Listen, don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. When you go see them, they're going to accept most insurances, and again, never need a referral. Call them now. Go see them today. Get yourself fixed, and when you do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are in good shape as you head into your morning commute due to the Veterans Day holiday. Traffic volume has been a little light. On 37 northbound before Hot Wells, we're still working this wreck. Southeast side of town, it's in the right lane, and it has you slow from 410. On South Zamora Street, approaching Southwest Loop 410 Frontage Road, got an accident. An ongoing road work through downtown at 35 upper level northbound, I-10 to McCullough, with 2 right lanes closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinigle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
We are right in the thick of the NFL football season, and Underdog, the best place to get in on the action, baby. Playing on Underdog is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, rushing yards, passing yards, receptions, whatever. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And quite frankly, the Cowboys have been a cash cow. You go higher on Dak's numbers, you go higher on CD's numbers, and you have been getting paid. You go lower on their defensive numbers, you're getting paid as well. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, A-L-A-M-O. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it might have been the game of the day. The Houston Texans coming back to beat Jacksonville. What's N.D. Kalu have to say about that?
That it was an incredible collapse by Jacksonville is what I expect him to say. We'll get his reaction. Plus, Spurs Bulls last night. We'll react to that.
And the Monday Night Football game. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Vamonos! Los Lonely Boys have any other hits besides this one?
A few. How Far is Heaven?
Oh, and I thought that's what this one is.
Then it's the other one. The name.
I only know of this one.
No, there's one more.
There is one more. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to go find out, February 13th at the Aztec Theater, you can go see the Los Lonely Boys at the Aztec Theater. That's right. Save you from this misery. Caller number 3. How about that? Caller number 3. You'll go see the Los Lonely Boys on February 13th. You and a guest.
Out of San Angelo, Texas.
Ah, yes. What a treat. Pre-Valentine's Day treat.
Yeah, it'll be a good night.
That's right. Caller number 3. Enjoy that. And if you don't want him, of course, you can always buy him at livenation.com. Go see him there at the Aztec Theater. Always good shows over there. Rob and I have done a couple shows there.
Yes, sir.
I purchased some tickets yesterday for a show at the Majestic. I haven't been to the Majestic yet.
You really? That's everybody. Their first time in the Majestic, their jaw drops.
I'm excited.
It is unlike anything you'd expect to see in San Antonio.
Yeah, I am excited for that. I'm excited. It's an evening with Jason Isbell.
Evening
in the orchestra seats.
So is he going to sit with a snifter of brandy and play
I don't
nothing
know.
but acoustic jams?
I don't know. Last time I saw, I think it is just him solo. So
you saw him up in Austin. He toured about a year ago.
Yeah. So it's maybe a little under a year ago. But yeah, I saw him up in Austin. I've seen him in Vegas. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of his. So I'm excited. I've seen him a bunch of times. But my wife said, "All right, I'll go again and see this guy that you like to listen to again. But I want you to go to a concert with me." And she's got her favorite non-Taylor Swift. She might like this gal more than Taylor Swift. She likes this Hayley Williams.
Oh, yeah.
From Paramore.
Yeah.
But Hayley Williams is not in Paramore anymore because I think she was banging one of the dudes in the band and then they broke up. So now she's like on a revenge tour with just her. And
I've seen a lot of her lately.
Well, yeah, because she argues with the president a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
That's what it is. But my wife wants to go to that show. She's playing in Austin, and I had to like sign up. She is big against any kind of resale of her tickets, so you have to like get in a queue. And once you buy the tickets, they are non-transferable and
So the day of,
they're in your name, and you're the one who goes.
See,
so
I just sell the tickets. I get it. I know you're protecting fans.
Yeah,
but you're also limiting access.
And she's playing in small venues, so it's like. I don't know. So my wife said, this is what I want for my birthday. So that's what I'm going to.
Well, that's easy.
Signed up for an email. Well, it's just now it's a matter of actually getting the tickets because she's playing a small venue.
Oh, there's always a way.
There's not another
always a way.
There's not a back door this time. And I don't mean that in a sex way. I mean, I just mean there's.
I was looking at her tour and stuff, and there's always people also ask, is Hayley Williams in a relationship now?
No, I can tell you she's not.
Is Paramore LGBTQ?
I can tell you she is not.
What Taylor Swift song is about Hayley Williams?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that. My wife probably does.
I have that. Speak Now.
Okay.
2010.
Are they friendly?
Let's see. Let's see what AI tells me.
That's the big question.
Let's see.
They have to be because my wife would have picked a side if they weren't.
The song was reportedly inspired by an event where Swift attended a Williams show where Williams' high school boyfriend, Josh Farrow of Paramore, was getting married to someone else. More recently, the two friends collaborated on the song Castles Crumbling for the Speak Now tour.
So they are friends.
They're buddies.
Okay. Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Good company to keep.
That makes sense. That's my wife's two favorite musicians. So, yeah, it looks like that's where I'll be going. And it's like in May or something like that too. So I got to work ahead. All right, back to the action. Enough talk about this nonsense that we're talking about. We want the goods, the good stuff, the sporty stuff. Rookie of the Year in Major League Baseball announced. We've got a unanimous winner.
And well earned.
Nick Kurtz, the first baseman for the the Sacramento Athletics, they're just the Athletics, they don't even call them by a city, is the unanimous Rookie of the Year in the AL. Atlanta catcher Drake Baldwin wins it in the NL. So that means, as you know, that means that award season is upon us. So we're now going to get we're now going to get an award every day. Under the rules in the CBA's, Kurtz receives a full year of service time for winning the award, although the A's will not receive an extra draft pick as he wasn't on the Major League roster for at least 172 days.
Yeah.
So the Braves do, though, because he was on the roster.
That's a strange baseball-centric rule.
A little bit weird. But yeah. Very impressive. Unanimous winner. Doesn't happen I guess this is probably the second year in a row that's happened because Paul Skeens was unanimous last year.
And worthy is that we had 2 years in a row. Well, it was a brief shining moment for Kurtz, but my gosh, when he was out there.
And I was reading this yesterday, the offseason, like what are these guys going to get? Like who are the top free agents? What kind of money are they going to get? The projected highest contract to be given out this offseason.
Who is the whale this year?
Kyle Tucker.
Well, yeah.
Kyle Tucker, well, Vlad got his extension, 14 years, $500 million during the season. So that left Kyle Tucker as the whale for this year. They're talking 11 years, $418 million is the projected contract. That is $38 million annually for Kyle Tucker. The second highest or expected deal, 6 years, $168 million for a pitcher, $28 million a year for Framber Valdez.
Would you spend? The money's fine. 6 years?
It's a long ass time.
I wouldn't sign him for 6 years. I'd do it for 3.
It's funny how many guys in the at the top of this list have ties to the Astros. Obviously, Tucker, who left, Framber, a current Astro, who you're not going to get now. And that's the crazy thing about Framber is you're not really getting an ace.
No,
he's a solid number 2 pitcher probably.
3 years, $28 million. That's a bargain both people can walk away happy with.
Cody Bellinger, 6 years, $165, and then Alex Bregman, 5 years, $160. Couple Japanese players too, including this pitcher Tatsumi Ime, 6 year, $135 million plus a $22 million posting fee. Wild.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't forget custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples, that was easy.
If you're like me, your property needs a little bit of work, and if you've got big plans for it, I highly recommend the rugged, dependable equipment at Ewald Kubota. You can get a great deal right now on Kubota equipment, and no reasonable offer is ever refused. If you're looking for a brand new Kubota BX or L Series compact tractor, they're rated #1 in durability and owner experience. The Z Series mowers are the best on the market, trust me, I know. And the Sidekick utility vehicles, if you're heading out on the lease, you're going to have some fun. There's no better utility vehicle on the market. It can load, it can carry, and it's got all the bells and whistles that we all love so much around the lease. But if you're not quite ready to buy, folks at Ewald Kubota can help you get your rental equipment, especially if you've got a job coming up, you need the equipment on time, on target. You can load it up, or they can come and bring it out to you. And if there's ever a problem, you know that the name Kubota, there are very few problems. The name Ewald means they're going to fix it if there is. The thing about Ewald Kubota is they're always going to be there for you. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, to get your equipment serviced, or you're just looking for genuine Kubota parts, you can order them online, or you can drop by anytime. They're always happy to see you. They're always going to be the friend that you know in the tractor business. From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, I can't recommend enough. Ewald Kubota is my, and they're definitely your Kubota dealer.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the cost of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by big wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than big wireless. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Thanksgiving season is the best.
That's right, Mr. Turkey. Everyone loves this time of year, just like Connecticut water softener customers love their Connecticut. Definitely, a Connecticut water softener is the best in the business. Yes, it does keep your feathers soft. Yes, your waddle smooth. And your wings, nah, those things are pretty useless. The Connecticut is a much different water softener compared to the other brands. There's no computer, nothing to plug in, and it runs on kinetic energy. You said it.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
Mr. Turkey, you're pretty calm considering, you know. Well, on Thanksgiving, we eat turkey.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
Stay warm and save money this winter with a heater tune-up from Right Home Services. Their expert techs make sure your system runs efficiently and safely. Call 210-444-0000 or visit righthomeservices.com. Get it done right.
The right stuff. Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. And why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are in good shape as you head into your morning commute due to the Veterans Day holiday. Traffic volume has been a little light. On 37 northbound before Hot Wells, we're still working this wreck. Southeast side of town, it's in the right lane, and it has you slow from 410. On South Zamora Street, approaching Southwest Loop 410 Frontage Road, got an accident. An ongoing road work through downtown at 35 upper level northbound, I-10 to McCullough, with 2 right lanes closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs back to work last night are sitting at 8-2 and now 3-2 away from home after the victory in Chicago. They win 121-117. De'Aaron Fox had 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Wemby had his typical night, 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Spurs get back to work on Wednesday, welcoming Golden State into the Frost. The Dallas Cowboys will look to remember Marshawn Nealon. They're going to wear a helmet decal for the remainder of the season, also wear special T-shirts before the next 2 games versus the Raiders and Eagles. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I've decided my Veterans Day meal.
Was that a suggestion from the Brigade Bar?
No.
No, you just found it?
I found it.
That sounds good.
I'll
probably go around 6.
All you can eat meats. Fogo de Chao, half off for vets today.
Half off, man.
Half off. That means that like the full
So
dinner.
it's only $400?
The full dinner is usually $63 a head.
Right.
So that means we're talking $32 a head. Come on.
That is a bargain.
All you can eat steak? Come on, baby.
It costs $30 for two to go to Whataburger, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have the meat sweats. I'm going to be hurting tomorrow.
I can't eat that much. but
Well,
I'll
you
eat
can
a lot.
also get the salad bar, too, so you can eat salad. I don't eat salad bar when I go to those places.
Yeah, you got 2 kidneys. You're lucky.
That's right.
Lucky bastard.
Well, you shouldn't have broken.
Walking around with your 2 kidneys thinking you're better than me.
Come on.
Shouldn't have broke yours. Yeah, it's yours, Bubba. You did that. Me, I take care of my body.
Yeah.
Well, I did too. I didn't do anything.
Oh, please. Big red all the time.
But that's it. But I didn't do no drugs or alcohol.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then, man.
Hey, I follow the same diet and health approach as Keith Richards. I expect to live
That's right.
250, 300 years.
So far, so good.
Given my current economic status and the rate of medical technology, I should, 250 isn't out of the question.
You'll be all right.
That's right. We get the second top 25 reveal today for college football. The projections, at least at the top, I think are expected to be about the same.
Now, I'm going to say something here, and this is I represent a whole bunch of Aggies in saying this.
Okay.
If A&M was named Ohio State and had the Ohio State record, road wins, things that they've done, they would be number one. A&M would be number one in the country if we had the Ohio State moniker. If Ohio State had done exactly what we had done, they'd be number one. But if we had done exactly what Ohio State done, we'd be at 3. A&M is not getting the respect. They're the best team in the country. And an Aggie fan doesn't want to say that because the BAS still lingers. But by the number, I'm telling you, it's hard to ignore what A&M has done. And because an Aggie fan is just happy to be here, we haven't been here before, and we don't want to jinx it. But the fact is, we have rolled in and beaten teams at their best all year long. And we have caused them to collapse after we left. I watched Indiana scrape by against the Tin Man, and I watched Ohio State go pedestrian against. I'm not taking anything away from Ohio State because they're more talented. But if they had done the same thing A&M done, they'd be number one in the country.
Ohio State's defense has allowed 7.5 points per game this year.
Yes, and they've done it against a Big Ten roster of who's that's. And A&M has hit the road and won big game. I'm
they
not saying that
started the
they're
season
better.
playing the number one team in the
Ohio
country.
State would be cranking it. What are you talking about? We're 3. What are you talking about? No way. A&M, we're just cracking our knuckles, happy to be here. But the fact is, there should be some talk of, what are you talking about? We saw Indiana. Yeah, it was a miraculous win, but it took everything they had to barely beat a team that had lost 4 straight.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy where we are, but the fact is, if we were any other school in this top 5, we would be screaming. What are you talking about? We're not number one. What are you guys not seeing?
My counterpoint would be, it's real easy to say, okay, they barely beat Penn State. Don't forget about A&M against Arkansas.
Oh, no,
Don't forget about A&M
I'm
against
talking
Auburn.
about the vote today.
Okay.
I will give you the month ago, but today, when you go, okay, what have you done this year? What have you done? I don't think anything can stack up against what A&M has done.
Well, the argument there, and I think you will have more of an argument at the end of the season because.
And again, this is just a placeholder. This is not the end, and I'm not saying, but I think if the vote had come out today and Ohio State had the same record and Ohio State fan across the country, they came out at number 3, there would be screaming into the night. We are not getting the respect we deserve.
No,
Look at what we have done. And Aggie fan, hey, I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying we're sitting here looking around going, I'm not sure there's anybody better than us. They might be equal, but ain't nobody better.
Well, I think, you know what? I think there's 3 teams that all have a right to feel that way because Indiana, I mean,
it was miraculous. I was playing the devil's advocate because that was ridiculous, and only champions do that kind of stuff. So I give them the credit.
Because Indiana, who beats most teams by 50, like if their jerseys said Michigan, they would be number 1.
Yeah,
if their jersey said Alabama, they would be number 1.
I think that you're right, and I will give them credit for beating a team that really was in their last gasp.
And by the way,
was their dying effort.
And by the way, I mean, you're right in a way that if Ohio State and A&M switched uniforms, A&M would be number 1. But Indiana has a more uphill battle in that category than A&M does.
And again, this isn't sour grapes.
Brand new.
I'm just saying. And what the real kicker to me was, and I really wasn't thinking like that. I really wasn't thinking as an Aggie fan that we were any better than number 3. I think that's legitimate. But then I heard Les Miles yesterday. Not Les Miles. I heard Lane Kiffin yesterday. And Lane made the argument that Aggie fans should be making. Like, what are you guys talking about? They're the best team in the country. And he laid out 2 or 3 reasons why. And at that point, and I know Lane has his own particular reasons for saying that. I mean, by propping up A&M, it certainly helps.
Sure.
Ole Miss. But when that's something that I am so unaccustomed to hearing as an Aggie fan is another coach, especially the likes of Lane Kiffin, who's using the Aggies for his own personal gain. I mean, it helps him. But to say, let's look around this conference and let's look at this A&M football team. And in my history, that might not have happened. I don't remember this happening.
Yeah. I as someone who, bets a lot of college football, I make power rankings every week. I have A&M and Indiana exactly even, and I have them 2.5 points worse than Ohio State.
Which, you know what? I buy that. I do. But I'm just saying, when I heard him say that, and I know it's going to come out in their number 3, and I know that they got a couple of 3 first-place votes this week. I think if it was any other uniform with this kind of record, there would be screams to high heaven that this is not fair. But A&M's we're just happy to be here, and we're going to keep our heads down and try to go to work,
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, the worst they're going to finish is 2.
Truth.
If they take care of business, that's the assumption. If they win out, if they're undefeated, the worst case, they're going to be the number 2 team behind whoever wins between Ohio State and Indiana. There's just a lot to go between now and then.
There's so much. I don't even want to bring that up. There is a long way to go. And look, over the last several years, just the flux starting from right now over the next month. And it's crazy. And then the good news is it'll be really hard to fall out, but it's going to be very easy to play in. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that there's a lot of opportunity out there on the edges to jump in, especially for that Power 4, the Group of 4. There's wide open now. So that's open. I still think that the Big 12 is going to make a difference somehow, whether they're going to limit themselves or they're going to add another team, depending on how things close out. ACC's dead in the water.
ACC is one team.
That's one team.
I feel whoever it is dead.
So that's opened up some more room. So I think there's a lot of flux. I think the tops are still going to be there. But given the vote and where we stand, it's the first time ever as an Aggie where I can legitimately look around the room and I'm the tallest dude in the room. There might be somebody close, but they're all either equal or chasing me, and that's a very interesting and new feeling for an Aggie fan.
Yeah, I think we can pretty much lock in that the 11 seed is the ACC representative, the 12 seed is the Group of 5 team, and
I have no idea who either one of those are going to be.
And then I think we'll probably get 2 Big 12 teams. And then the rest is going to be Big 10 and SEC 4 apiece, and that's probably the way it should be.
And as excited as I am, I can't even quantify where Red Raider fan is right now.
Oh, and you know what? Notre Dame. So probably 3 Big 10 teams and 4 SEC teams. And quite frankly, the Big 10, the argument why I kind of agree with your side of this argument on maybe being underrated is the SEC is better than the Big 10 this year.
Yeah, the Big 10's top heavy, but the SEC is deep.
Yeah. Because if you're telling me the 3rd best Big 10 team is Oregon, I just saw Oregon. They needed everything. It took a miracle to beat Iowa. Oregon is not. And by the way, as soon as Oregon runs into a team that actually runs the ball, they're dead. USC is all offense, no defense. Michigan, I don't know what Michigan is. So
Boring.
The SEC, though, I mean,
you can go all the way past Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Oklahoma's still 7-2. Texas is still alive. Ole Miss is obviously really good, and then Georgia, Alabama, A&M, obviously all in that conversation too. You can make a case for a bunch of teams in the. Now, again, we got time for this to play out. They'll beat themselves, but that's the beauty of this thing. Right now, my expectation is probably the top 5 stay the same. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama, Georgia. I think Texas Tech is going to come in at 6.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I'm not sure about BYU after this weekend. I think they've got enough credit with being undefeated until this weekend, but they didn't really impress me.
BYU stinks.
Yeah, they're not that good. They could fall out of this. I don't know if they're going to be the second Big 12 team. There could be another one on and if they're not the second, they might only be a one-bid league.
Well, I think Utah is now the problem for Utah is their 2 Big 12 losses were to Texas Tech and BYU,
right,
which makes it very difficult to work your way in there.
The calculus is difficult for them.
But what could help them is if BYU makes the Big 12 championship game and loses to Texas Tech, they're out.
You know what?
And BYU or Utah might jump them without even playing.
But they're going to have to look really impressive for the next couple of weeks to do it. But I agree with that. Especially, I was wholly unimpressed with BYU quarterback.
BYU's not good.
Yeah,
they're just not. They're not very good. But yeah, I can't think of another Big 12 team that can even enter the discussion. So I mean, Cincinnati is still, I guess, and if they get to the Big 12 championship game, they would have a chance to. To beat somebody, but Cincinnati plays BYU in not this weekend, but next weekend. So that's a playoff game. Somebody's out.
So given the possible standings, we were talking about, the playoff and if I was going to go to a game and the potential of a Tech A&M game in the second round. Oh, my God.
That appears to be the most likely scenario because like I said, I believe Tech will, at least for now, Tech will be 6th, and we've already talked about that means they would play the 11 seed, which is going to be the ACC winner. So that's Tech playing Georgia Tech or Louisville, whoever it's going to be. I mean, I think Tech is going to handle whoever it is.
And then A&M
and then A&M at 3. Yeah, 6 versus 3 would be that matchup.
Boy, if you'd ask any football fan in the state of Texas over the last 20 years, do you see what's one thing that would be as outlandish as possible? It would be Tech and A&M playing in the second round of the college football playoff.
And Texas sitting at home.
Texas sitting watching.
Not preseason number 1 Texas sitting at home. A&M and Red Raider fan would be high-fiving in the
we'd be winking at each other before the game. Yeah, we did it. All those demons are going to get shook out, but that would be just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be more fun than I can even comprehend.
Texas has arguably the toughest path to get to the playoff at this point, needing to beat Georgia and Texas A&M down the stretch to get there. But if they do it,
it'll be well earned.
Absolutely deserving to be there. I don't know how I feel about Notre Dame. The fact that they were number 10 in the rankings last week at 7-2 it bothers me because I don't think they're all that good. I
never do. No, I shouldn't say that. We have to understand the Notre Dame bias. And the fact is they are about 50-50 in the big ones, and they're never any good they're just good enough to keep you entertained. But for those that hate Notre Dame, we see them lose enough to where we're not furious the fact that they get in because it's a fun win. But they don't deserve to be there this. Well, I shouldn't say that yet. Right now, I'm not all the way out on them because I do think that Jeremiah Love is worth the price of admission just to watch him play.
Their Miami loss has aged poorly.
Yeah, not a lot of. I mean, the A&M loss has been tough, but they did that at home. You lost at home, man.
And the only win that they have of merit is USC at home. That's the only win that's like even remotely respectable. Like it's. The rest of their wins, Purdue, Arkansas, Boise, North Carolina State, Boston College, Navy. Okay. Yeah. Put them in the playoff. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's Notre Dame bias.
Again, at the like 3 or 4 weeks ago when Miami looked like they were still the real deal, okay, I'll accept it. You lost to 2 teams that are probably playoff teams. But now Miami's not a playoff team.
No, they're not, and are sinking fast. And it's not like Notre Dame got a whole lot better. They just kind of evened out, flattened out. They eliminated the mistakes, but they're not a terrifying football team.
No.
They're just good.
I hope that it would be nice if Pitt would just beat them this week. It seems unlikely, but it's the last real chance. Syracuse and Stanford aren't beating them, but Pitt's at least decent. It's a road trip, maybe. Let me see what the line is on that game, because that would be.
I would say if it's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, at Pitt.
Notre Dame and 5.5.
Oh my God, Notre Dame's an 11.5 point favorite.
They know more about it than I do.
I'll be on Pitt this weekend. I can already tell you. Yeah, I don't. They're probably going to make it, and it bothers me because they're not going to have to play a championship game. They're just going to say, "Oh, you're Notre Dame, you're in
every year."
So that's probably going to be the 10 seed when you do all that math.
And the sad thing is, I wouldn't want to play them. I mean, they're probably better than a 10 seed just because there's a lot of talent there, but they're undeserving. They don't deserve it any more than anybody else, but they're Notre Dame, and they can put on that green jersey and bring in 20 million viewers.
And then the SEC is going to play itself out. A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, and Oklahoma, and I guess Vanderbilt still.
I think Vanderbilt might get a leg up over OU. I think because of the Pavia situation.
Maybe so. They're all still jockeying for position, certainly. There's still, obviously still, like I say, I keep saying there's still a lot of games to be played.
It's hard to not get lost in the moment today because there's still a month to go. I mean, we still have 3 weeks of hard-fought big games and then conference titles. There's going to be a lot of shake. There always is. And we'll have 2 teams that are going to be there that we didn't expect. I say that right now.
But if Vanderbilt wins out, that would put them at 10-2.
They're in.
And their 2 losses would be at Alabama and at Texas.
You're in. You can't keep them out.
I think you might have to. Now, what will suck for them is if you have 2-loss Texas and 2-loss Vanderbilt.
Well, at that point, you lost.
You lost head-to-head.
Yeah.
So and I mean, Texas going to Ohio State in the non-conference is going to get them a boost anyway.
And they're playing better. I mean, it's the eye test. And I think the best thing about this larger grouping of this 12 is you can bring some teams in that are equal, but they bring an audience. I mean, they bring us something extra than just the team, and I appreciate that value.
Oklahoma in the same boat. Oklahoma this weekend plays against Alabama. The question becomes if Oklahoma and Texas are both 10-2, the same thing applies.
My
Texas
sense is
beat them head-to-head.
Yeah, I think OU's going to fade. I think the Tennessee win was extraordinary. They're about to meet their maker this week. Okay. I think Alabama's going to put it on them.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the SEC, man. Is any given week, Oklahoma's good. That's what I do know. Oklahoma is good, particularly on defense. They're really good.
They're really good. But I think Alabama's going to take care of some business because we haven't talked about them. Fully functioning, they might be the best team in the country.
Might be.
Not the most talented, but fully functioning the way Preston's been playing, and now that they've discovered a run game.
And Ty Simpson's a baller, man.
Ooh, they're good.
I dig him. So, the SEC down the stretch is going to be it is fascinating to me. That Georgia-Texas game this weekend is massive, massive, massive. Because if Texas wins, that A&M game is essentially a playoff game.
It is. It becomes the dollar value's double, and it's a playoff game in that I think if Texas beats Georgia, both are headed into the playoff. I really do. I think that's a big enough win.
Texas as a 9-3 team, it might be tough. If they beat Georgia and lose to A&M, it'll be tough. Listen, at the end of the day, you still lost to Florida, and Florida's so bad. Like that is in hindsight, it is an unforgivable sin to lose that game.
I don't give it as. At the time, I didn't think it was as bad as it's become.
It's dreadful.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I'm going to say Notre Dame, that loss is aged poorly. Florida, woof. I mean, Billy Napier beat you. He's fired now. The coach that beat you is now fired. The quarterback that beat you is benched. That is a disastrous loss.
Lost to South Florida on top of that.
Yeah, that's a disastrous loss. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Heads up, a new trouble spot 35 southbound as you approach Evans. This wreck has you slow from Fisher, so about a 10-12 minute delay. Still working the wreck at 1604 eastbound approaching Stone Oak Parkway. That's a 15-minute delay, slow from Bandera Road. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you'll find everything you need for the holidays, all for under $35. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more, and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Nigel, why is there a giant turkey standing on my desk?
That's Harold.
Well, then whisper these words, Nigel. Deep fried. From all of us at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we hope your Thanksgiving is filled with food, family, and fellowship. We couldn't ask for a better community to be a part of. So thank you, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks has everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least two players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front 7. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for $1. And literally everyone is going. The car behind you, going to get a $1 Frosty. The car ahead of you, already had one, going for a second. The person who cut you off earlier, you guessed it, $1 Frosty. Maybe it's all a sign for you to go get one. Just don't cut anyone off. No one likes that person. The iconic Frosty for $1, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, California, and via third-party delivery.
Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15 p.m. After a bye week, the Cowboys are center stage on Monday Night Football for the second time this month. This time in Sin City, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right, 9:29 on the Morning Huddle. We got to do, first of all, Carlos says Alabama's loss to Florida State is just as bad as Texas lost to Florida.
That was last year, it feels like.
It is a bad loss, but it's also their only loss. You know, so if Texas had beat Ohio State and lost to Florida, it'd be a bad loss, but they'd still have wiggle room.
Yes.
Because the reason why I say you can't be a 3-loss team even if you lose to if you lose to two of the top, Ohio State and A&M, two teams that might not lose a game all year long, that wouldn't be enough to keep you out. Adding in that Florida loss, making that a 3-loss team, yeah, I don't think they can get in.
And also, you're allowed a whiff the first 3 weeks of the season. They want you to schedule those games, and even though you might deserve to be penalized by the loss, and that was a terrible loss, it's kind of those things we kind of let. We know you're much better. Well, you're not that team that was. I don't think it hurts you as much as it used to.
I don't think it does either. Yeah. But it also, I mean, like I said, man, it's their only loss.
And the eye test is they're freaking good, man. I don't know what. There's no argument.
They are 6-0 in the SEC. That obviously they've still got a little bit to do. But 6-0 in the SEC, and you've got a home game this weekend against Oklahoma. You've got Auburn to finish the season, and then they've got like Eastern Illinois or something nonsensical.
And the Iron Bowl will prove it again. It's gonna be blood and guts, but they're so much more physical than they've been in the last 2 years. So yeah, they'll be tough.
I don't think Alabama's losing again.
No,
and I think if they played Florida State 20 more times, they'd win 18. I don't know. I've got no explanation for what happened there, but all I know is this team went to Georgia and won. I take them seriously. They went to Georgia and won. They went to Missouri and won. They hammered Tennessee. They just basically held LSU to like 5 yards in a whole game. This team's legit.
Yeah,
and they got revenge over Vanderbilt. Like they've got a bunch of good wins on their schedule. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted by the Florida State win, even in hindsight, or Florida State loss. But
there was that it was the DeBoer thing. I don't think it was about the team. It just kind of felt like was DeBoer going to go the way of Brian Kelly, where the big one just escapes you, man. I don't know what happens. You recruit well, you coach moderately well, but the big ones you just can't seem to overcome. That narrative has been put to bed, man.
Yeah.
This year, DeBoer had overcame the loss with enough roadie wins and revenge games to put that narrative to bed. So they're as good or better than anybody else in the country.
All right, let's play a little game called The Stat Is Right.
Gotta put on my glitter jacket.
Thank you.
All right, we ready for it? It's now time for the next edition of The Stat Is Right. hosted by your host with the most. He's going to go eat some steak.
Oh, yes, he
is.
is.
A veteran in your eyes and a number one in your play card. His name is A.J. Barker.
Thank you, Robbie. Come on down. You can be the next contestant on The Stat Is Right. And this week's game is a simple one. Mr. Brock Bowers, super tight end. How many receiving yards is he going to put up on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys? If you, at the end of this week, are the closest, then you'll get a pair of tickets to go see the Cowboys and the Eagles next week in Arlington. Oh, yes. Ooh. Game log so far for Mr. Bowers. 103, 38, 38, 46, 127, 31. So he's been real high
yeah, he has.
And real low. So what's it going to be against Dallas? That's the big question. Caller number 5. You are the next contestant on The Stat Is Right. 210-656-ESPN. There you go. Joe says A&M going through the weakest SEC schedule. I love they're going to fall flat in the postseason.
Oh, haters still hate.
Huh?
Haters still going to hate.
I mean, listen, there's no such thing as a weak SEC schedule.
I'm not mad at
they've been pretty fortunate that
we will have played 4 teams by the end of the year in the top 10. And that were at some point.
Oh,
were
when they played them. Yeah,
were when they played them. They've won on the road. No, they didn't have to go to LSU.
They did go to LSU.
I mean, they didn't have to go to Bama. They didn't have that old Mississippi road trip that was a bear. They didn't have to do all that. No, thank goodness. But they had their share.
Yeah, and by the way, that's the way the schedule is going to work out some years. Yeah, like it's not A&M's fault that LSU's down this year.
I'm not going to make excuses for the bad. That's why we're this good. But the fact is, they won the games that were on the schedule, and they won them the way they needed to win them. And I think that's how the SEC is going to be from now on. Just because you're not going to get to play the very best every year.
And if they win at Texas, that's a
top 10 win again.
That's a big win. Yeah. So even if Texas they might lose to Georgia. It doesn't. That game is still going to be whoever wins. That's going to be a hard-fought win.
It's a troll throwing some hand grenades. And you know what? When and if A&M does lose in a playoff, then we'll talk. But right now, I'm perfectly happy with the preparation and the schedule that they played.
I think you should be. Yeah, they've looked really good, man. With a couple like I said, the Arkansas game worrisome, but.
And to me, you find it worrisome, and I don't want to get lost in this, but for me, that was the turning point game because that was the game that A&M always lost. That you were expected to win, you were on the road, and you got a little bit of rain, you got a rain delay, you had a brand new coach and a Heisman caliber quality, or at least talent quarterback that could have, and for 2 quarters did, really kind of embarrass you. And they turned it around and won that football game. And I think when they got on the bus, when they got on the plane to fly home, they looked at each other and they said, worst case scenario, we still win.
Well, I think that's what Indiana said,
right?
And you tried to win shame them,
and I did, and because I was trying to compare myself, but I'm not going to get lost in the moment and not take away what champions do what they did.
Because
now, champions don't let Penn State hang around and have to do that, but champions win games like that.
The program in the history of time had never won a game at Penn State. Like that was and they were getting their ass kicked.
They were.
They looked like they were done.
So champions don't let that happen to them, but champions come back from it, and they did. Damn it! And I'll never forget Signelli. The way he almost was in tears.
Oh yeah,
that
man.
Postgame, he's like, I never seen anything like it.
Oh yeah.
It's so easy to just absolutely adore the Indiana football team as long as you're not playing them. You know what I mean? They're a fun team to watch, and they appreciate it.
This is surprising to me. Men love sports movies. Men love Sydney Sweeney.
I think that's
we agree with that? Those two things are true, right?
Both gay or straight, we can all agree with those.
So if this is the circle of men who love
the Venn
sports
diagram,
movies, Venn diagram here, and this is the circle of men who love Sydney Sweeney.
I would think it would match.
It's almost perfectly right. No one's going to see her new sports movie.
I didn't know she had a sports movie.
She's playing Christy Martin, the lady boxer. Christy
you don't want to see Sydney get hit in the face.
November 7th release, $1.3 million on opening weekend. It opened in 2,000 theaters, was 12th on the worst wide openings list.
I've never heard of it, man.
Yeah, that is a disastrous debut. She says, Sydney Sweeney, listen, I don't think anybody's taking her seriously as like a big-time actress. She's just a hot chick, right? Like,
Well, she's on her way. She could become an established actress.
Okay.
She feels like she's on that Anne Hathaway, a couple
you think
years.
she's that?
Well, I felt like, they give her a couple of movies that are candy and stuff, and then she gets a serious role and gets an Oscar, and then we consider her something.
Oh, I don't
really.
think she'll get an Oscar. I think she's more Scarlett Johansson than
Which
than
I'm
Anne
actually all
Hathaway.
for, because that way we get the movies that have skin-tight clothing. You get to see her boobies.
Oh, I can't wait till her boobie movie. Yeah, I don't think she shows her boobies in this movie. But she says she's proud of the movie, and she I guess, I don't know what their expectation was. Remember, but it's a crazy story, by the way. Christy Martin, who was like stabbed and shot by her
husband,
trainer husband, yeah, and like just left for dead. And then he's in prison now, and she went on to become a world champion. Like, it's a good story, but also I don't know that people are going to see it in theaters. I don't know that people are rushing to theaters to see it. So, disastrous opening, though. One of the worst all-time. Oh, yeah. I think she hits the gym sometimes.
I think she's done it a couple of times.
I think she hits the gym every once in a while. She's in fine shape.
I don't know how they hid those.
I think she must have done this. She must have gotten in that kind of shape for the movie.
How do you hide those?
Pro athlete.
Those things get in the way of a good boxing match.
I'm guessing they had to tape them down.
They have to put those behind a fence. I don't know, man. Those are spectacular. May I say, spectacular.
I say this with all due respect.
All due respect.
With all due.
Those are spectacular.
Incredible.
Those are an American treasure.
Now, finally, this is a big story, Vic. This is big.
Okay.
There's a list out of the top 100 Nintendo games of all time.
Nintendo. So
Nintendo.
that limits a few, but
Okay.
well,
What do you mean, well?
I mean,
Why
it's
did you
got to
say
be
it
like one of the Mario Karts, right?
Well,
I mean, I was going to say, well, it kind of comes down to a Mario Kart game.
I don't know that. Well, first of all, it's this is one of those lists that's going to come out over time. So they've put out 100 through 81 and 80 through 61. We're not into the championships yet, but I wanted to get your thoughts.
Minecraft?
That's not a Nintendo game, is it?
I think it might be.
What should be the best? What was your favorite Nintendo game, Vic?
Super Mario.
Super Mario. I mean, it's got to be Mario, right? I mean, it's been part of my life for 40 years.
I loved Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, another great
Oh,
game.
okay,
I'll
that's
give you that.
another
I'll
one,
give you
yeah.
that. But
Mine
Mario,
was just
and
Mario, yeah.
Mario Brothers. I mean, I started playing those with the OG
Oh,
Nintendo back in the late 80s.
Duck Hunt.
The OG of
Yeah.
all.
Sorry,
Duck
yeah,
Hunt.
I forgot about Duck Hunt.
What about track and field?
Oh,
Before you
that's
go-
right. Yeah.
I was an elite triple jumper. Elite triple jumper.
Tell me you're a kid of the 90s without telling me you're a kid of the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What Contra was a big game
Yeah,
back in
Contra.
the day.
Mine was just really Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers.
I didn't like Zelda, but a lot of people liked Zelda.
Nah.
Zelda's for nerds, I think.
That's
but,
too deep for me.
Let's see. What were the other
Dragon's
ones?
What about
Slayer? No.
GTA? Any other GTA games?
That was never on Nintendo. No. I liked Castlevania. Did you ever play Castlevania?
No, I never played that one.
My mom liked it too. That was a good thing for me because
We were too poor.
How long did you have a Nintendo? When did you leave Nintendo?
Before Sega came out.
when Sega Genesis
I
came
think
out.
that's probably everybody kind of grew into Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sega and Super Nintendo came out at the same time.
Yeah, I never moved on to Sega.
I went from Nintendo
Yeah.
directly to Xbox. I didn't ever go Sega.
Yeah,
it
I
was
never went
Nintendo
gaming.
forever, then Xbox, and then
You didn't do Sega?
not my kids did. I didn't.
Oh,
The games
I
I
loved
played
Yeah,
were
just
always
Sonic
on
the
Xbox.
Hedgehog. That was it.
Or
Because
Nintendo.
like Mortal Kombat was on.
Yeah, I never
that was
did
on
that.
Sega. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
NHL '94.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
NBA Jam.
Well, see, but I had my first Xbox when about 2000. No, you know what? I went PlayStation first. and then
Oh,
Xbox.
okay.
That's
Well,
right.
PlayStation and Xbox came out around the same
yeah,
time.
I went PlayStation first, and then adopted Xbox in the mid 2000s.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Those were the days. Yeah, my favorite was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, though. I was very good at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh,
and
man.
But I hated it because I only beat Mike Tyson like twice ever. But every time I would get there, it takes you all day to get there to beat Soda Popinski and all those guys, Macho Man, Super Macho Man.
Right.
And then you get to the last one, and then Mike Tyson just obliterates you. It drives you crazy because you couldn't save it back then. Back then there was no memory card to say, I want to save my progress and then start from there next time I play. No, if you lost to Mike Tyson, you had to go back and fight Glass Joe. And it's like, why do I need to fight Glass Joe again? Why do I need to fight King Hippo? I've already shown the guy can't take a body shot.
My first gig with EA Sports is I helped to make the fight night. I think I did. I don't remember which fight night it was. The 08 version, 09 version.
I liked those games too.
Oh well, it wasn't the Punch-Out. I was envisioning a Punch-Out game.
No, this was more serious.
It was much more serious, but we had Tyson in that as well, and I was hoping that it would be more because Punch-Out at the end of the game was better than Fight Night. Fight Night was fun, but it was like
Punch-Out was just
Madden.
iconic.
Yeah, But we didn't get to develop it the way we wanted it to, at least in my mind.
Yeah, but that was a good game. That was a
Fight
good
Night
game.
was realistic.
What
as
did
all
you do?
get out.
What was your job? Did you the ring announcer? Or?
I did some voice work on the background. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. No,
we all heard that one.
Yeah. I bet Tetris is high on the list too.
That's it. Yeah.
Tetris,
man.
Dr. Mario.
I wonder how many hours have been spent.
Oh, Paperboy.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, I don't know that game.
You don't know Paperboy,
No.
where you just ride around on the bike and throw the newspapers?
And
you,
newspaper?
No,
you try to hit the box, but if you break the window, you lose points.
No, dude,
Yeah.
And then the dog will chase you.
Frogger was another one.
Yeah.
That's OG.
That's Atari more.
Yeah, that was going to say those.
Atari was Frogger and Cubert. And,
Cubert.
Dig Dug.
Yeah, Dig Dug. Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah, that's Atari. But yeah, good stuff. All right, well, I'm way over.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Let's hit a break. I'll come back. I got one more pair of tickets to give away, and we'll do the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want you to pause real quick. I want you to walk over to your sink, and I want you to pull a good glass of water out of your faucet. Take a look at it. Does it look clean and clear? Does it smell like it should? If it doesn't, you probably don't have a Connecticut. See, Connecticut, a water softener, is the kind of thing you really don't think about because once you put it in, that's it. No more worries. You don't even plug a Connecticut water softener in. It works on kinetic energy. It only works when you turn on the faucet, so it saves you a bunch of salt. And the studies have shown it is it's absolutely the best you can buy on the market. All the awards have given to it. But so many people hear Connecticut and they think, well, man, that's the very best. Of course it's going to do all that, but I can't afford something like that. That is so false and untrue. I've been in 3 homes in San Antonio, and all 3 I put a Connecticut in and have not looked back once. I have never had to use the warranty once. Not once. It has always worked when I needed it. And now's the time for you to get a Connecticut, whether you've got another water treatment service or not. I want you to consider what Connecticut can do for you. First of all, they're going to take care of you immediately by proving to you what they have is great. If you're already plumbed for such things, they're going to put a Connecticut in your home, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. When you buy, they got 0% financing with your good credit and a gift. That's a reverse osmosis drinking station on your sink. It is worth money. I paid for it. You'll get it free. You'll never have to buy another water bottle. What are you waiting on? Call them right now, 656-PURE. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. I know you need them. Call them today. They're going to take care of you, and when they do, I want you to come on by and thank me later.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
So obviously this is not YouTube in our studio, right, Pledge? This is some other service here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connected to my...
Because we have ESPN. Okay.
Yeah. My cable.
I don't want to hear about your cable, Pledge. Not during working hours.
You want to hear about it after? Wow.
The package is bigger than you think.
Yeah, well.
You bundled it?
Wow, you guys. It's Monday. It's not even Friday yet. You guys are already in the gutter.
What do you mean? What do you think we're talking about?
Packages and link, then.
We're talking about bundle services and all our different cable subscriptions that we have to have.
Nobody mentioned Link, Joe. Where are you going?
I have FOMO.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at TRTMVP.com.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling, gathering around the fire pit, and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. Hey, you want to go see the Descendants and Frank Turner, the U.S. Tour 2026, live February 28th at the Aztec Theater? I bet you do.
I do.
How about caller number 2? You'll grab yourself a pair of tickets. Descendants and Frank Turner, live February 28th at the Aztec. And if you don't want them, of course, you can buy them at livenation.com. Caller number 2, good luck to you, sir. All right, Vic, let's wrap up the show the way we always do. Let's take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All righty, friends. National Basketball Association tonight. The Grizzlies are at the Knicks. Knicks minus 10 points against the Grizzlies. Man, the Grizzlies are a mess, aren't they? Raptors laying 10.5 on the road at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets stink.
Something's going on there.
The Nets stink. I ain't laying 10.5 with the Raptors.
There's something
ever. Probably I'd say probably the game of the night is the Thunder and the Warriors.
Not probably. It is.
Thunder minus 7.5 in Oklahoma City.
They're not going to lose this year.
Well, they've already lost once.
Oh, they lost?
They lost to the Blazers.
Oh,
yep.
I'd forgotten about that.
The Sixers are 1.5-point favorites hosting the Celtics. I'll be on the Sixers tonight.
You better look out, East.
Okay.
You better look out on the East.
Sixers are good, man.
They're good.
They're good. And that's even with Joel Embiid being like a part-time employee. The Sixers have a squad, man. They are legit. Pacers are at the Jazz. Pacers 2.5-point road favorites. And the Nuggies laying 8.5 in Sacramento. So they're back in action tonight, are the Nugs. College basketball. College, you say? That's right, friends. The season is upon us. We saw last night UCLA and UConn get blowout wins. Iowa State actually blew out Mississippi State, too. 96-80 was the final there. And our guys, Santa Clara, got the job done on the road. There is top 25 action today. Good slate today. Wake Forest is at Michigan. Michigan is 16.5-point favorite. Wake Forest is pretty good, man. I might like the dog here.
This is a good matchup. This feels like one of those Big Ten ACC matchups that we get around Christmas.
Duke's laying 32.5 at Army. Florida State, man, what a once proud Florida State basketball program. They are plus 18.5 at Florida.
Wow.
18.5.
Coach Hamilton.
He left the cupboard bare. North Carolina catching 18.5, hosting Radford. Game of the day in college hoops. Kentucky and Louisville tonight. Always a blood and guts matchup. Louisville a 6.5-point favorite at home. Arkansas, Pig Suey, 35.5-point home favorites against Central Arkansas. Auburn minus 26.5 hosting Wofford. Kansas bringing in Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Kansas a 25.5-point favorite. It's a pretty good one, too. Texas Tech at Illinois.
Yep.
Illinois, a 3.5-point favorite at home. Ball State's at Wisconsin. Scotty, minus 27.5. Arizona hosts Northern Arizona. Arizona, 35.5-point favorites. BYU, 35.5-point favorites against Delaware. And Creighton is at Gonzaga. This is a big number. Gonzaga, minus 11.5. I might be on the Jays tonight.
Part of the Conference of Champions.
Well, not yet. Not Conference of Champions for another year. All right, friends, that does it for us. Blitz coming up at 2. We will see you tomorrow on a Hope Day.
KTFM Floresville, your home